Hi, I'm Stunning Stella Cheeks.
And I'm the Enigma Erin Klein.
And this is Not Your Demographic, a feminist wrestling podcast.
Shockingly, those exist. Welcome!
I don't know why I literally made fanfare.
Yeah. They can't see that. I appreciate it, but they can't see it. It happens.
I guess it's like an old-timey version of like...
Fanfare?
Yeah. So they're like... is like the old-timey like rap air horn.
Yes. I think you're right. Sure.
Welcome to Not Your Demographic. Hoity-toity-toity-toity. I'm in a weird mood.
Fair. That's
How
fair.
are you, Erin?
I'm great. I went on vacation this week, sort of.
Ew.
Went on like a mini vacation to Los Angeles as a Can I Live in This City visit, because Michael's applying to UCLA, or did apply to UCLA.
Can you live in this city?
Turns out, yeah, I really liked it. I thought I was gonna hate it.
Where did you stay? What areas did you go to?
I stayed in fucking Hollywood and still really liked it and was like, oh, okay, I actually kind of like this town, I think. I also went into the Valley, which I really liked and is really nice. My fucking Lyft driver, I drove from Hollywood into the Valley to meet some people, and my Lyft driver, when he got the address, was like, oh, is that in the Valley? And I was like, I don't know. I'm clearly not from here. Look at my ivory skin. I clearly don't live in this fucking city.
Look at the way I dress.
Right, like, come on. I look like a Midwest lesbian. I clearly am not from fucking LA. And so I was like, I don't know. So he drives me to the Valley and he drops me off and he goes, all right, well, try to stay cool here in the Valley. I was like, what the fuck, dude? It was so weird. It was like, it made me want to live in the Valley. Like, fuck you.
Paying for your running commentary, Uber driver.
It was very weird. I was like, I don't know about that. And then I met up with one of our listeners, Cody, and we went to... She was in North Hollywood, and we went up to Burbank. So I saw, like, a good section of the city. I went downtown, which was nice. I'd been to Santa Monica before, so I, like, didn't need to do that this time. But I was surprised. Turns out they have great public transportation. I thought it was going to be garbage, and it's not, actually. It's really good. I took it a couple times and was like, this is like Lansing transportation with a subway, basically.
Ugh. I don't know how you did that in Lansing.
Forever. Like, for years I did that. Their transportation system was good. It just didn't run often enough. It was like, if you missed the bus, you had to wait 30 minutes, which blows. I'm not totally sure what the schedule in LA is, but it doesn't seem to be that bad, which is nice. So I did that. It was super fun. I got to watch the Rumble with, like, a whole different group of people, which was great. And my travel was all very good, which was really nice. So I was like, okay, I could do this. If Michael got in there, we could like live in that city, which was nice. Right. Also, the pot is legal there, which was very convenient.
Until Uncle Jeff Sessions comes down and ruins everything.
Listen, California is just as likely to secede as Jeff Sessions is to pull back marijuana, so I'm not really worried about it.
The United States can literally not afford that.
Nope, sure can't. So yeah, things are pretty good. How are you?
I am fine. I went to the doctor this week because unfortunately I know a couple people who are young and have recently gotten diagnosed with cancer, and it freaked me out. So I made a gynecological appointment and a regular doctor appointment, and I was at one of them, and I haven't gone to the doctor in a long time. And she was like, "How's your stress?" And I literally, it's like my brain skipped a beat. I was like, she like looked at me and I was like, well, I'm in grad school and I'm planning a wedding and I work 40 hours a week and I also have like several other jobs and, just like a lot going on, but like I sleep fine.
She was probably making a note like extremely high stress levels.
Because I go to the Chicago Women's Health Center. They have good medicine and like nurse practitioners and things like that. But I go there because they offer a sliding scale, and like if I pay full price, then somebody else can pay less.
Right.
Whatever. They do a lot with trans and gay and lesbian people and like screenings, and they do a lot of like alternative like stress methods and things. And so when I was leaving, she gave me like a pamphlet for like Reiki. And I was like, oh, okay. She goes, we have a lot of like, we have like acupuncture and stuff on the weekends, and like just, keep mindful of your stress. And I was like, okay, lady. I did not come here to be judged.
I don't think she was judging you. I think she was like, your heart's going to explode.
I don't think she was either. I'm fine. I'm just learning. I'm learning how to balance a lot. Like, I'm now in school for a month, and I'm just learning how to balance. And unfortunately, I'm not a huge fan of either of my classes. I really thought I would like this sports blogging class, and I liked it at first, but I don't anymore.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that he would listen to it, but I'm like, no, the biggest fan of my teacher.
Yeah.
He is like
he's pedantic.
Well, he's also like a good journalist. Like, he works at ESPN. He's a good journalist. I get that, but like, I didn't sign up for sports journalism. I signed up for sports blogging, which, like, yes, they should be very similar, but they're also, in my head at least, like, very different. And like, I agree. That's not what we're learning.
Yes.
So like, that's a little frustrating, but whatever. Like, say la vie, I got like a billion other classes to take.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I'll be fine. I'll learn how to manage the stress, or I won't.
I mean, you
will. One or the other.
You will, and then in 2 years when you're done, you'll be like, I don't know what to do with all of my free time now.
Because I'm good at having free time.
No, that's what I mean.
I'll be like, I have free time? I'll fill it with other bullshit.
Yep.
You know me.
I remember when we used to live with Emily, and we used to, like, give her shit for how she filled her day all the time, and now, like, we are both also that person.
Yeah.
She just bled into us.
The worst degree. But yeah, there's just that. Just a lot of that nonsense.
Well,
that's nonsense.
At least you look nice.
I do?
Yeah. Oh. You're all coordinated. You're wearing a bunch of purples.
Thanks.
You look nice. What wrestling merch are you wearing?
Yeah, I'm wearing one. I'm just wearing like my gray Sasha Banks Legit Boss tank top.
That fits you really well.
I went to the gym for the first time in like a month and a half. I did not work out very hard, I'll be honest. I was on the elliptical for like 25 minutes and then did some like ab shit, but I was like, I went.
You went. That's what matters.
I will get back into it. I was like, I'm not going to lift today. Like, I just need to... Being on this elliptical right now is painful enough.
Just getting there and doing it is, like, a huge part of it.
I finished watching 205 Live on the elliptical, and I was like, I will be on the elliptical until this episode is done. And that's what I did.
That's a good way to do it. You're crushing it.
What wrestling merch are you wearing?
I'm wearing my Shimmer hat because there were 9 women in the Women's Royal Rumble who all performed at Shimmer, and so I wanted to wear my hat because I thought that was really fucking cool, actually.
Wait, which 9?
It was, hold on, I have the list.
She's got the list. Well, while she finds the list, today's February 1st, so we're all done with 31 days of wrestling merch. I know some of you started in the middle and are still going, and we still want to see your pictures and stuff, but we are done, and the official 31 days is done, and we want to thank everybody for participating, and blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
But now I can wear whatever the fuck I want.
I know, that's why I was like, I'm just gonna wear this hat. I, like, cannot think about wrestling shirts for, like, another day.
I wore this during the 31 days, but I like to work out in tank tops, so it's like, this is on top of the clean pile.
Hey! Yeah, I just tried to pick comfortable clothing to travel in and was like, this did not line up well with the end of this merch. Like, oops, sorry.
Whoops.
Okay, so the 9 women who were in Shimmer were Becky Lynch, Sarah Logan, Ruby Riott, Natalya, Ember Moon, Beth Phoenix, Asuka, Mickie James, and Bayley.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
Cool.
That's super cool.
That's super cool. And what a good reason to wear the hat. I just wore this because I like to work out in tank tops.
I'm not gonna lie, it does also match the shirt that I'm wearing.
It does.
So
It's weird purple turtleneck.
It's very comfortable.
I mean, I guess it looks comfortable.
It does. I wear this on dates sometimes.
What?
Oh, yeah.
I guess you're like, I'm showing up giving you 100% who I am.
That's exactly right. I absolutely used to be the person who would, like, wear a dress on the first date, and now I'm like, funny. Here I am in pajama pants and a tank top.
It's like that
Welcome
thing with
to me.
That online dating, like, never post your best photo. You have to post, like, a 6.
Absolutely.
So that when you walk through the door, they're like, oh, damn.
Absolutely.
Instead of the other way around.
That's absolutely right.
And that's what this turtleneck is giving me, that kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Look, I know you're out of town, but did you watch RuPaul's Drag Race?
No, I don't get that channel anymore. So
it's VH1.
Yeah, I don't have that.
What?
I have YouTube TV, which does not carry that. If you have a login that I can use, I will start watching it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I do.
Okay. Off air, we can talk about that.
It was dramatic.
I know, I really need to see it. I tried to get the password for my mom because I needed it to watch the SAG Awards, and my family cannot figure out what their password is.
That's so funny.
It took like
I know
8
mine.
people, and I was like, okay, I give up. I will find another fucking way to watch this. So yes, if you give me your login information, I'll start watching.
Well, because it's Drag Race season, and we have a sect of our listeners who like.
I know, and I like would really. I was so disappointed that we cut cable. Like Michael waited until the last season of Drag Race was over, which was very nice. He was like, I don't want to cut you off because I'm enjoying watching this too, but now we're done, and now it's gone. I was like, I just want to watch the drag queens. It's so good.
All I'll say, no spoilers, but like he'll turn on Milk. Fuck Milk.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Milk is a drag queen. You don't remember Milk the drag queen?
No, there were several seasons where I didn't get VH1.
Well, he'll turn on Milk. Milk's a dumb bitch.
Oh, okay.
I don't care about your fucking fashion campaigns. You're the worst.
I mean, anything named Milk, I'm ready to be on the anti-train. Milk
Obviously,
is disgusting.
like, I'm Team Trixie, also Team Bendela. I know some people are having feelings. But Team Bendela. But really Team Trixie because, like, abs.
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 Cool. Yay, I'll start watching
That's all I'll say for now.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm behind.
You are behind.
Sorry.
Do you got any news? We're doing full Foley today.
We're doing it. The only news that I know is that we found out Brock's TV schedule going forward after the Rumble. He has 1 television appearance. It's the Monday after Elimination Chamber, and then Mania. And that's it.
Woohoo!
Not even the go-home show for Mania. Not scheduled to be there. Scheduled to be at all of the live events surrounding that. There are 3 live events he's also scheduled for. One of them is Chicago. But not TV before Mania, which makes no sense to me.
That's so stupid.
Like, if your whole thing is to bring him in and keep the belt on him for fucking 1,000,000 goddamn years because he brings viewers, why isn't he contracted to be there the day before, or the Monday before Mania? Like, of all of the days that he should absolutely 100% be there, it's that fucking day. It just is so bizarre to me. Like, are they trying to draw people after Elimination Chamber? Is Roman gonna win the belt after Elimination Chamber? Like, I just don't understand what's happening.
I would be fine with that.
I would be fine with that too. The more and more this goes on, like, it just makes me mad that Brock doesn't show up to shit. Like,
fuck Brock Lesnar.
Not even just showing up to TV anymore. Like, it just makes me so mad to see all of the other champions pulling their weight and having to do extra. Like, when you win a championship, you're signing up for way more work. Like, that, you become a face of the company, you're now a brand icon, you go to the Make-A-Wish stuff, you throw out the baseballs at baseball games, like, all that shit. And Brock doesn't do any of it. It just makes no sense to me. Like, if you're paying him all this money to be a face that attracts people, shouldn't you make him go to shit that will attract people? Like, it just blows my fucking mind, and I just do not understand it at all.
It's fucking the worst.
It's the worst. And I was talking to somebody at my office today, too, about, like, if Asuka faces Charlotte and goes to SmackDown, Rousey's probably going to fight Alexa and win that belt. So that means we have 2 bullshit MMA champs on Raw? Like, what the fuck is the point of Raw then? Like, just get rid of these championships. It seems so stupid and short-sighted. Like, maybe by then Brock will be gone, but if Ronda's not going to work like that...
Ronda's full-time, baby!
Well, where the fuck was that bitch on Monday?
And Tuesday.
Well,
apparently she's full-time after she finishes her movie in Colombia.
Which is Mania? Like, what?
The end of February.
Oh, shut the fuck up. That is so stupid. Full-time my ass. Ugh. We'll get to it. I got a lot of feelings.
Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan are both working through injuries right now, or at least attempting to.
Give these fuckers an off-season. Like, how? How do you make your top guy work through an injury after he was out for 9 months?
Neck and back injuries, too.
Right? Like, no.
Yeah, that's rough. I'm surprised Sasha's still alive, frankly. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah. That's
Sasha's
the thing.
taken the worst bumps in maybe all of history.
Well, and I feel like that's the thing, too, is that she takes these bumps and seems to be fine afterwards. And, like...
Because she's, like, 22 and has, like, this well, I guess she's, like, 25 now, but she has, like, this, like, weird regenerative, like...
Also, she idolized Jeff Hardy and knows how to flop like a fish. Like, he didn't get hurt for a long time because he was on drugs and could do the, like,
Yeah, but, like, how often can you land on your neck?
Well, that's the thing, is I think that she just knows how to fall and is, like, prepared to fall on her neck now, and is like, I can limp fish my body in a way that I don't get hurt.
I wrote a little thing for, like, the blog, because I I've basically been so busy that I've only been writing the things that I have to for class, but I was like, I should throw up some, like, fluff pieces, but, like, I just don't have time. But, like, ideally, when it's open and it's you and me and then, like, whoever else, it'll be easier to populate. I just can't do it all by myself. But I was like, I'm just going to go and find all of the worst Sasha Banks bumps I can. And so I did. I, like, made a list. Somebody was like, you shouldn't write that because, like, you should be talking about why these bumps are bad. And I was like, these bumps were accidents. She's not taking a chair shot willingly to the head.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
different. And also, like, to me, this is a counter argument to all of the, like, internet smarks that's like, Sasha's bad. Sasha botches everything. The fact that Sasha, A, is continually trying new things, and B, works through shit and always gets back up and still fights and still, like, is there every day and still is, like, a face for this company, like, really shows something about her heart and passion and her determination for this business. So, like, fuck you.
I also think, too...
Suplex you on the back of the neck. Also, it was, like, mostly just Charlotte and Paige, like, killing her. And I was
absolutely.
Like, man, these two women, I think because Charlotte specifically is so strong.
Yeah.
And Sasha is so little that, like, you know, because in those moves, like in a suplex, like, you're also jumping and being pulled, but it's like, Sasha, I don't think you need to jump.
That's what I was saying, that like, when she and Paige had that match where she went, like, flying off the set, it was because she was trying to counter for Paige not having the momentum to throw her, but it was like, you did too much here. You did way too much here.
Which just must be hard. Like, if you think about it, like, that must be hard as being somebody who's so small.
Yeah.
But, like, does these moves. Like, it must be hard to be like, this person is a little bit stronger. This person's not. And you have to, like, constantly think about that stuff.
Mm-hmm. And I feel, too, the more and more people I hear talk about how much they don't like Sasha, I think it's the opposite of what happens to Mark's, like, new WWE watchers with heels, where, like, you're supposed to hate them because that's their character, and so new people don't necessarily recognize that you're being worked, and so they're like, I hate this. Like, my friend Brooke that I stayed with at first, he was like, I hate Kevin Owens, I hate AJ Styles, and I was like,
hilarious.
He was like, I fast forward through their segments, like,
oh no,
I know, and I was like, oh, you're totally missing it, no, and then he, like, gets it now and is, like, super into it and is, like, really invested in these characters because he understands that they're doing a great job because he hates them. But I feel like Sasha's the opposite way, where she's such a good heel and people love that when she's a babyface for all this time and we have all these false turns, that it's very easy to just hate her as a babyface.
And it's easy to see, like, any mistake. Like, that match with Asuka was great.
Oh my god, it was good.
Like, strong style from fucking both of them, and, like, great character development and all that stuff. Yeah, there was that nasty spill. But, like, that doesn't deter from the match. That doesn't mean they can be like, oh, they didn't, well, Sasha's botch machine, like, botches happen all the time.
And it also made Asuka look strong as fuck, which is what they were supposed to be doing.
She got right back up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she sold it, too. Like, I mean, I'm sure she wasn't selling. I'm sure she was like, that sucked.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Yeah, probably.
But, like, one botch does not a match ruin.
Yes, I agree.
And also, botches happen all the fucking time in the men's matches.
I was just gonna say that, too.
I feel like we only point them out when it's Sasha, frankly. Not even the women. I feel like we just point them out when it's Sasha.
Yeah, and I also feel, too, like, a botch can happen in a men's match and people are like, oh, man, that was bad. Whatever, it's fine. And it doesn't ruin a match. But when it's a women's match, if there's one botch, that's it. Throw the whole match in the trash. Like, that's so stupid.
And I find a lot, personally, with the women's matches, when there are botches, and I can think of a lot from Sasha, but I can also think of a lot from Naomi, it's from the people who are trying new shit.
Absolutely.
And, like, I'm fine if it doesn't go over 100% because you're trying something new.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've said that. I feel like a broken record. I've said that a million times.
Yeah.
Or, like, Alicia Fox, when she started wrestling a little bit more, there was a couple rough moments. But that's because she didn't get to wrestle a lot.
It's like Dana Brooke.
But
Same
now, I fucking love watching Alicia. Is
Absolutely.
she the most technical? No. Is she, you know, the most varied in her moves? No. But what she does good now.
She's a fully developed character in and out of the ring, which makes her good, and, like, to get to see her develop is also exciting at this point. Yeah. Like, you've been there for so long, it's nice to see her have this chance to develop. So, like, I'm willing to accept that stuff. And I feel that way about men, too, but I feel like with women, you just have to defend it more because people are so willing to hate them.
Internet.
Yes, because the internet.
I mean, when the Elimination Chamber was mentioned, I, like, posted something about it online, and then I found all these, like, men's tweets that were like, oh, God, but this one's gonna fucking main event, too. And I was like...
does it hurt your feelings? Does it hurt your feelings when someone who doesn't have the same identified gender as you is always the motherfucking main event? Oh, I wonder what that feels like.
So funny.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
But so I feel like there's that internet community where when anything happens with the women, good or bad, I feel like must defend.
Yes, absolutely. I totally agree
How
with
do you
that.
feel about the Elimination Chamber just being casually mentioned? I'm like super
fucking for it.
I'm
I think
like
it's
90-10. I'm like 90% like, yes, finally, normalize it. Just say like women's thing. Like, we don't have to do the all first. But a part of me wanted like, I don't know, I think maybe because I'm just so used to the fanfare. A part of me wanted like a little bit of something else.
Oh, we're going to get a shitload of fanfare.
We're going to get a bunch of video packages.
As soon as we get closer, we're going to get a ton of propaganda about it. So I'm like, I like that it was like, hey, we just did this super exciting new thing with the women. Here's another one. This is just what we do now. And also, like, I was talking to Brooke about this, that there was that article that WWE posted about, like, the things we're looking forward to or fans want in 2018, and the number one thing was women's tag division, which makes me think that this is, like...
see that!
And, like, it was written by... like a WWE affiliate, but WWE posted it directly to their site, which is a good fucking sign. Like, and so that makes me think this is like a next tick on the box to that, where they're like, we're just gonna throw this up and it's gonna be normal, and then we'll do the propaganda like we always do, and then after this there'll be one more thing, and then there'll be another thing. Like, we've talked before about wanting to normalize things, them doing more and more with the women.
Sure.
This feels appropriate to that. Like, this feels like they have the momentum from doing something really exciting and new, that they're like, oh yeah, people like this. This Rumble, especially to me, felt like, more than ever before, this felt like a passing from Vince to Triple H. This felt like a Triple H main event, main roster promotion. Like, it was... the two winners of this literally were NXT champions at the same time. And, like, that was very exciting. And then to see it now in the main roster felt like, oh, you get it. You understand that if you just embrace all your conservative white audience members, you're done. You've already done that. You have to spread out, and you have to do new, innovative, and exciting things with your not typical demographic. I'm making air quotes that no one can see. Like, that's so important. And so this to me felt like the next step in that.
For sure. I was really excited. I think an Elimination Chamber match will be really cool.
I'm really excited.
I wanted to, like, propose people, like, rumored people, Sonya Deville, and that will be really interesting.
Good. That's a good place for her to showcase, honestly. Like, put
her
in the middle of that.
And then Mandy Rose is taking Alicia's spot in the Mixed Match Challenge. That's also really cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Team Rose Gold. I love that.
I love it, too. I think it's great. They seem like a good pair.
The Mixed Match Challenge is so fun.
Oh my god, it's so fun.
It's so fun. All of the backstage segments, Alexa in brown shirt. Also,
oh my god.
Under normal circumstances, I would be like, oh, really? We're going to do this love triangle, but like, or this love story, but also like the fact that like Braun has a crush on her and she's like clearly manipulating his feelings to like get what she wants, like, is perfect. It's perfect for both their characters, and like, I don't know. And like, I like that Braun is like, I will eat all of these men alive. Oh, hi, tiny Alexa. I have feelings.
I love it. I think it's good. And like we talked last week too about,
I will tip a table over on you. I will pull this barricade down. Oh, Alexa, I did that for you.
I'm going to teach you how to flip this car over. I picked a nice small one.
Cute.
Oh my god. You just have to believe. You're wearing my shirt, which makes you at least 60% stronger. Like, oh yeah, totally. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. And I was going to say, I like how we talked before about how it's normalizing interactions, non-romantic interactions between men and women, but I like that this is the story that they chose for this romantic storyline. Like,
and
like
obviously
you said,
they
works.
didn't do it with Biggie and Carmelo. We just layered that on top.
Yeah, exactly. People ship them, which is different.
This is like the only one that they've done so far.
Yeah, and I like that. I think that it's a good way to show the variety of interactions between men and women. And they seem to be doing it responsibly, which is shocking. And the matches have been fun.
Like, all of the Becky, Sammy stuff, and like, Sammy like not wanting to tag and be like, oh, I can't quite reach you, Becky. Like, that was all good.
Mm-hmm,
like, yeah, technically, I guess the first one was the only one with like a little intergender stuff, but like, there's such good character stuff going on.
Yeah.
It feels like, I mean, in many ways it is, but it feels like why a lot of people like doing house shows, because they get so much more freedom.
Yeah,
to,
there's
like,
room to work. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Do these backstage segments. I'm having a really good time.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah,
I think it's great.
I am loving it. It is really sad about Alicia.
Yeah,
she has a broken tailbone.
How? How do you break your tail? I mean, I know people have broken their tailbones, but like, how?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my god. When I read that, I was like,
yeah, you have to like take those like neck pillow shaped cushions and sit on them, because you can't make contact with whatever you're sitting on because your fucking tailbone's broken.
That's so nuts. So a couple more people left TNA. Jeremy Borash left.
I know, I saw that and signed with fucking WWE. Like,
that to me spells broken fucking universe.
oh,
He like co-produced all that stuff. And I don't think if he had not co-produced all that stuff that WWE would just sign another ring announcer or another commentary. Like, he is great at both of those things, don't get me wrong, but like there's no reason for them to sign Jeremy Borash. But that on top of the fact
that's a great point.
Broken fucking universe.
Cool. Good. We need that. We need that in addition to what he's already doing.
Yeah, I mean, also, who the fuck knows what's going on Bobby Lashley? Maybe New Japan, maybe WWE. I was really shocked to not see him in the Rumble, but...
yeah, I mean...
whatever. And also, Rockstar motherfucking Spud is the general manager, but his name is Drake Maverick, which is not a real person's name.
I mean,
nobody
sure
would be
it is.
named that. Also,
are any of these real people's names?
What a
Big E.
disappointing suit.
I mean, it was a good introduction suit to, and it doesn't immediately make
If it
the audience
doesn't
hate
get
him.
crazier, I will be disappointed.
It's definitely gonna. For sure, it's gonna.
He has a lot of crazy ass suits.
Oh, absolutely.
I like that he's clearly a babyface right now, but like Rockstar Spud can turn at any moment, and like him giving TJP his pep talk. I wanted him to be like, or are you gonna be the TJP that cries?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I don't want to like make crying like an emasculating thing, but I also just wanted him to make TJP cry.
Yeah, I mean, that's like Big Show crying. I love it when he cries.
I love Drew giving him flowers. I also like brilliant. Bring in Rockstar Spud as your manager. He's been backstage. Just perfect opportunity for him. Also, just fucking do the Cruiserweight Classic again. Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Fucking
perfect.
brilliant.
It's perfect. They're bringing people up from NXT. Like, it's super, super smart.
Yeah, I mean, also, if you don't want to have Trevor Ricochet Man in NXT, you could easily put him in this Cruiserweight Classic.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
Also, I guess bye-bye Ricochet. Because they said EC3 and they said War Machine, but they said Trevor, quote, quote, Ricochet Man.
Yeah, I wonder...
bye-bye Ricochet.
I wonder if they, like, can't get the rights to Ricochet.
Yeah, or something. And then, like, you know, they're, like, previously called Rockstar Spud, because the whole crowd was chanting, Spud, Spud, Spud.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that in my universe, the name Rockstar Spud, totes legit, but then
I was just gonna say
Drake Maverick is like, oh, what a stupid name.
Both of those names are real names, though. Drake and Maverick, like...
Rockstar can be a name.
Spud can be a name.
A last name for sure.
Who do you know with the last name Spud?
Do you know every last name? You know somebody with every last name in the whole universe?
I don't know anyone who's named after a potato.
I'm going to Google it later. WrestleMania 35 is going to be in New York, New Jersey. That is another thing that happened.
Okay. Whatever.
One of the Colognes had surgery
Mm-hmm.
on their body. I don't remember where.
Shoulder? Something? I don't remember.
Sure.
Sure, why not?
Maybe in their colon.
Oh, no.
Colon.
No, you don't need to explain it.
Did everybody get it? Oh, also some tool called Nia Jax fat, and the internet shamed him to death.
Someone said that he looked like Al from Toy Story, which I thought was hilarious.
He called her Battle Cow.
What? I didn't see that that's what he said.
He called her Battle Cow and also said...
why?
Instead of, I'm not like most girls, he said, I'm not a monster. So it's like, A, not even clever, and B, like, deal with your shame, bro.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Deal with your shame.
Ugh. That's very dumb.
Yeah, and the worst part about it, and I think everybody called him out on this, is like he was doing it in front of his kid, his like little girl.
Oh, that's
he was
bullshit.
Like, you know, teaching her that it's okay to be like, hey,
fat people are gross. Fat. Like, no, don't teach your children.
That lady's married to the Undertaker and has no other value.
Right?
Ha 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 ha. Anyways, there's not much to report on NXT or on TNA right now because they're like switching over stuff. But your girl's gonna be on there.
I know, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Kiera Hogan, the best. She's the best. Everyone should root for her. Watch out for her and Two Scoops.
She's
the
fighting.
Best.
Well, Two Scoops on Impact is not great. She is
other places
doing fine at wrestling, but she's like her character's not great right now. Kiera Hogan is fighting Laurel Van Ness tonight on Impact. So
all right,
yeah, Impact's gonna be weird to watch for the next several weeks because even when they change back over to like the four-sided ring and Austin Aries comes back and stuff, but like EC3's on there for a while, and Jeremy Borash is on there for a while, and Lashley's on there for a while, and Chelsea Green's on there for a while, so it's going to be, like, weird, because we know, like, we'll probably see EC3 at NXT
for sure.
while he's on
Absolutely.
Impact, so, like, that will be bizarre.
Yes,
But, whatever.
Get some old school Monday Night War shit.
I love Taya, and I love Rosemary, and I love Sienna.
So does this, like, we know basically for sure that Taya and Johnny are not on Lucha? Like, Johnny's on Impact, and Taya's...
No. People on Lucha can be on Impact.
Oh, okay.
Because Impact
they
has
have
a deal with
AAA. Okay.
So that means literally nothing.
Oh, okay. All right.
That means literally nothing.
All right,
which was part of the big deal why Ricochet was pissed.
Oh,
because, like,
okay,
he was
that
like,
makes
oh,
sense.
I can't go to the WWE, but all these
Not
people
even that.
can go.
I can't be on TV in New Japan while
Yeah.
that was airing, which is really bullshit.
Yeah, that's dumb. But
Super
everybody else
bullshit.
can go on Impact because they have a deal with AAA.
Okay, that makes more sense.
So, never you fear.
All right, good. I was like, I guess I'll watch Impact
Why
if
would-
Ty is on it.
I mean, why would Ty and Johnny go to Impact if they aren't allowed to be on Lucha? Like, that would be insane.
Yeah.
They, like, run Lucha.
Yeah, that's true.
That would be nerds.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So you didn't watch 205 Live. It was very fun.
Yes.
Sadly, Tyler Bate jobbed to TJP.
Yeah, I saw that. That seems,
But we got Drake Maverick, so who the fuck
Who cares? Who cares?
Not me. Sorry about it.
Right? Whatever. I don't give a fuck.
I didn't watch NXT from this week.
Yeah.
But, want to talk about NXT TakeOver?
Fuck yeah, I want to talk about TakeOver.
Fuck yeah, I want to talk about NXT TakeOver.
It was awesome.
I mean, like, I feel like, why even talk about it? Like, it's always awesome.
I mean, we should talk about it, but it's...
obviously, but, like, it's always great.
It was, like, top to bottom, it was good. The most boring match on the entire card was the opener, which was the tag titles, and, like, that was still a pretty good match. It just... They opened it correctly with that. I thought it was gonna be Cassius Ohno and Dream.
Yeah.
Like, that seemed like the first thing. Of course they would do this, but, like, I'm really glad that they did the tag match first. It felt like the perfect ramp up into what was a bananas card.
I was watching with Dave and Warwick, and
yeah, I'm sad I missed that.
Warwick was just, like, so high on Kyle O'Reilly's air guitar.
It was like, really funny.
He was like, well, that's it. Kyle O'Reilly's my new favorite. I couldn't let it go. He was like, I love him. That's it. Kyle
so
O'Reilly's
funny.
my guy now. It's like, ridiculous. That was fun. I mean, I obviously love Bobby Fish. I feel like they dealt with the switch and storyline really well, especially having Sanity come in at the end.
I agree.
And, like, that pushed the Undisputed Era stuff, but it also, like, helped fuck with, like, Authors of Pain, get Sanity back in the picture. Like,
Yeah.
it looked really good. The only thing that I was disappointed in is, like, I really wanted, like, why was Nikki not also out there with Sanity?
Because I thought the same thing, and it's because she had that match with Lacey
Yeah,
Evans.
but she could still come out.
Yeah, but they try to, like, if she's already been out once, they usually don't bring her back. They do that with her with Sanity, too, where if
Yeah.
she's out there alone and Sanity's already been out there, they usually don't, because it's supposed to be, like, they're being assessed by the trainer, or they're back in the medical room, so,
Yeah.
like, they're not physically able to come out. I thought the same thing at the time, but then knowing later that she was in the pre-match, I was like,
she
oh,
fought
okay.
Lacey Evans
Yeah.
before then. Beat her up.
Good, awesome. She fucking should.
Your racist mouth shut.
Right? Listen, white feminism, I don't need to hear anything you have to say at this point.
I'm tiny, scary Scottish feminism. Speaking about Scottish, Drew McIntyre posted a workout video today of him, like, doing squats without an elbow brace on, and I was like, A, yay. Also, B, more squat videos, please.
If you could also put a kilt on while you're doing that,
Yes,
that'd
if
be
you could wear,
excellent.
like, a, casual workout kilt, that would be super great. Sheamus also posted a picture of him just naked, covered in wrestling belts, and almost naked, covered in wrestling belts. That was also great. Any other hot guy? I mean, EC3's suit was fly.
He looked great, and that promo that he cut was great.
Because he is great at everything.
I agree.
So we were watching 5 minutes behind because Warwick and Dave are very nice, and me and Nick were running a little late, so they paused it for us. So I was, like, looking at Twitter, not even thinking about spoilers, and I saw Jay tweet at me, "Where the fuck is Stella right now?" And then somebody else tweeted at me, and then I saw what it was. I literally screamed and threw my phone across the room, and Nick was like, "Don't throw your phone." I got, like, annoyed because I, like, chucked my phone across the room, like, $800 phone or however much iPhones cost. And then Warwick and Dave, they were, like, just staring at me, and I, like, was standing behind their couch, like, grabbing them, like, you guys, and they were like, "What the fuck is happening?" And I was like, ah! It was so excited.
I freaked out. They'd already introduced Ricochet, and I was, like, really excited. Like, yes, I'm so glad he's here.
I was excited for Ricochet. I was excited for War Machine, but
I was like,
I did a full freak out.
Oh, I did too. I screamed at the top of my lungs and freaked out. And Michael was like, you need to sit down and take a couple deep, like, literally made me sit and breathe. He's like, you're gonna pass out if you're not careful. And I was like, I'm just so excited about EC3. He got to keep his name. I'm so happy. This is amazing.
God, I was so happy about his name.
I know.
I mean, he's one of my guys. Like, it was so funny at, like, the bar where I was watching the Rumble, one guy, I had mentioned, like, Drew McIntyre and EC3, and he, like, kind of looked at me, and I was like, those are my guys. They're, like, they're my favorite male wrestlers. And he was like, what? he literally couldn't comprehend. And I was like, I would agree if you like came at me with an argument like AJ Styles is a better wrestler, like Kevin Owens is a better promo than Drew McIntyre. I would agree with all those things, and still they are my favorite. Like, I'm sorry, they just are. They are my fucking favorite. I have weird crushes on both of them. I love them so much. I think they're great at everything that they do, and I just like will defend them to the end of the earth. I love them. And he was like, I just don't understand. And I was like, I don't have to explain myself to you.
I know, right? Exactly.
This isn't a Hard Ice Pod where I have to explain why they're my favorite. They just are, okay?
Right? Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. It makes me think of when we started this podcast for the OG listeners, when we were not into indie wrestling at all, basically. And
I started watching TNA pretty early, though.
I know, and that, like... At that beginning was when we started to transition, but it's also when Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano came in, and we literally described them as, I don't know who these two indie guys are. They seem cool, I guess, but do we really need more indie guys?
Did we say that?
Yes, we did.
Well, because they just popped up as, like, they were, like, jobbers for a little bit.
They were in the Cruiserweight, or the tag team. They were in the Dusty Classic. That's when they got introduced.
But then they weren't signed for a little bit.
Yeah, they did, like... They performed
we
together.
Saw them on the indies for quite some time before they got signed.
They had a non-exclusive contract with NXT for a while, for like a year, I think.
Correct.
So it's funny to think of that and then now be like, EC3 and Drew McIntyre are my two favorites, and they were not on WWE, and now we're like old school fans because now they're on WWE and we like know them from before.
But they were on WWE before they weren't.
Just makes me laugh how times have changed.
Yeah, but I've always been a fan of both of them. I
know. It's just
from the moment
it's a hilarious transition.
From the moment they were introduced to me, I was like, these are my boys.
They're mine.
I used to have 3 boys, but now I only have 2 boys.
I mean, you have the Miz.
Well, Miz doesn't count. Miz is just like bae. Like, okay. I don't have sex dreams, nor do I desire to have sex dreams about the Miz.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised that you don't have sex dreams about the Miz.
He looks like if a Simpson character came to life. I'm like not into that. I like love him and I like adore him and Maurice, but he like truly looks like if a Simpson character were a real person.
You are not wrong.
I'm just like not into it that way.
Fair.
Just like respect him as a performer.
That's so accurate.
Yeah, like he even has like the weird like teeth thing.
Yes.
Like, fully.
Yes, I completely agree with you.
Fully.
That's so fucking weird.
Velveteen Dream versus Cassius Ohno.
Super fun. This was great.
I mean, all I have to say is mouthguard pillow. And also, how fucking brilliant to like do the whole show of the mouthguard so that the moment where Cassius punches the mouthguard out of his mouth is like even that much better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking brilliant.
I love that Dream is now making his gear match both the tone of the match that they're having.
Yeah, the boxing shorts.
And also has his opponent's faces on them. Like, yes, adopt that. I love... No one else is doing it. No one's done it for years. Like, he's the perfect person to put his opponent's faces on his gear.
Yeah, the, like, airbrush from the, like, fucking boardwalk or wherever.
It works. It's really good. It, like, fits his weird character. And, like, it has evolved to the point where I'm like, I think you get it. I think you, like, really know where your character's going now, and I'm fully fucking invested.
So Cassius is just going to be a trainer, right?
Oh, it certainly feels that way. And, like, you know what? That's fine. Not everyone...
He's going to Sarah Del Rey it.
Here's the problem with NXT. As we've said many times, there's not a secondary belt. He would be a great person for a secondary belt. But he's not going to be NXT champion. Like, he's just not at this point. And at first that made me sad. But honestly... He doesn't need to be.
I mean, WWE.com did a whole feature about how, like, the wrestling genius of Cassius Ohno.
Right,
like,
exactly. So it's like...
I think his position in the company is at least secure.
Absolutely, for sure. And, like, he and Rachel Ellering seem to have, like, a very stable life together as well, which, like, points in a good direction that they're treating him well and that he can, like, live that kind of life in addition to not being a championship guy. Like, I think it's great, honestly. Like, he's been beating himself up for fucking decades. Like, he doesn't need to do all that bullshit anymore. And he's a great wrestler and a great trainer. And, like, if that's what he's gonna do, awesome.
Yeah, for
Austin
sure.
Aries was gonna be a trainer, and now he doesn't work for that company anymore.
Well, now he has, like, 16 wrestling belts.
Well,
so,
yeah,
like,
that's true.
And he seems very happy, and his hair is growing back.
Thank fucking God.
So.
His facial hair seems to be back, which is good.
Yeah, I mean, his facial hair always looks kind of dumb, but it was, like, part of the appeal.
Yeah,
but, like,
exactly.
the
And
hair
having
on
now
his
seen him
head-
as, like, a hairless mole, like, yeah, do the dumb face hair. I'm fine with that. Don't ever shave again.
Don't ever shave your hair again. You got kicked off the list. Ember Moon versus Shayna Baszler.
This match was great.
This match was really good, in particular because two reasons. Shayna is a good wrestler, but is not, like, the best wrestler.
Yes.
But they tailored this match perfectly to her skill set and her abilities without making it a boring match or making Ember look weak.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Ember has been a fine character and a fine champion, but, like, oh man, she needed a fucking real bad guy. Not Peyton and Billy bad guy, not just, like, annoying winking in the corner, like, weirdos.
Right. Not Asuka,
like,
who everyone loves, bad
was
guy
like,
either.
Yeah, and, like, Asuka wasn't even bad. She was, like,
I mean, she
such,
was
like,
at the end.
Yeah, kinda, but, like, she was but whatever. She wasn't a full heel.
Right.
She wasn't, like, a Sasha Banks boss bad guy.
Yes.
Which obviously Shayna and Sasha are very different heels, but Shayna is 100% purely a bad guy, a heel.
She's a murder bully, which is great.
It has just brought Ember's championship and her character to, like, given it a second fucking life.
Absolutely.
Like,
and also seeing her have this battle that, like, elevates her as a wrestler and elevates the title, and then the next night seeing her get to have a continuation with Asuka in the ring during the Rumble was
and also,
great.
Like, continuing her, like, injury story from
Yes.
Shayna that will go over into the NXT tapings, which I think they're taping tonight.
Yes, they are, actually.
So, like, that was just brilliant and fucking good for Ember. Like, because I've always, like, liked Ember in theory,
but she has no character, or hasn't really until
and
now.
I always, like, I liked her wrestling, and I liked her, and I did want her to win the belt. I mean, I really actually wanted Peyton to win the belt, but, like, whatever. Like, I always liked her. It's kind of how I feel about Kari, like, or Kyrie, or, like, everybody shut up. It's how I feel about the Pirate. Like, I want to like her, and I do like her, but I'm not, like, doing backflips for her.
Right, and I thought putting her in the Rumble was a good move towards that, because it was nice to see her, like, showcased in here, and, like, you got to see the plank right away, and, like, I thought that
The plank
that was...
is my favorite part.
And, like, and the elbow, obviously.
No, the plank is my favorite part.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's hilarious to me.
I love the plank, but
And her face gets all scrunched up.
Yeah, I think the elbow was my favorite just because, like, how do you make your body do that? I don't understand. Which I think is pretty cool. And I like her gimmick, even if it's very weird. I like that it's weird.
It's not that I don't like the gimmick. It's just, like, her, like, we knew she was gonna win the Mae Young Classic. Yeah. And, like, good wrestler. It's just, like, I need something more.
Right.
And I just haven't gotten it yet. And I still like her, but, like, there could be a time. I think she's in the danger zone of becoming Bayley, whereas, like, Bayley needs something else.
Yes.
Like, I still like Bayley, and I don't mind her gimmick, but, like, Bayley is just fucking treading water hardcore.
Yes, absolutely.
And, like, I feel like Kyrie has a danger of doing that. Obviously not yet, and not anytime soon, but, like,
I can see that.
I feel like
it's the babyface syndrome. They just don't know what to do with them, and so they write these really weird storylines, and then they just stagnate forever. And it's like, oh, you're not getting over. Like, no, you're not telling good babyface stories. That's a huge.
I mean, it's hard to be a good babyface.
Absolutely,
but, like,
it is.
Ember's doing
way
a great
harder.
job.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
But, like, I think part of being a good babyface, and you could
Babyface.
Well, it's because I was about to say Bayley. Be a part of being a good babyface. Bayley and Sasha is a good example. Like, Sasha's heel took Bayley to that next level of babyface. Shayna's heel is taking Ember to that next level of babyface. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, Kevin Owens' heel is solidifying AJ's babyface. Like, AJ was fine on his own, but, like, I'm just saying. You know,
right.
A good heel, like, anybody can just be an asshole.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like truly in order to have a good babyface story, you need a counterpart.
Absolutely. You totally do.
And Shayna is the perfect...
Stone Cold would not be Stone Cold without the villain of
Absolutely.
McMahon. Like, you really do need those things
together. And he wasn't
together.
until then.
Absolutely. Yep, absolutely.
So I'm really looking forward to what they do with this women's division.
Yeah, I agree. And, like, I like that they've made this transition with Shayna from Ronda's friend into Murder Bully, and I think it benefits her enormously.
The 4 fingers and, like, whatever, but...
Whatever, that's fine.
It was a good heel move, I guess.
I can deal with it. I can deal with that.
Whatever.
And, like, it was smart not to give her the title. Like, everyone would have hated her. It would have totally made Ember look like a super weak champion. I thought they just did a great job with it. Yeah. And also, like... Yes, she held that armbar for a really long time, but at the same time, like, with the ending that we got, it was perfect. If she had won after that, it would have felt like bullshit. But that they allow her to work this hold for, like, a solid couple minutes, like, it felt like 15 minutes, but it was only, like, 4 or 5 minutes. Like, that's still a lot of time. Yeah. And, like, really came out the other side of that.
Told such a good story.
But if she had won, it would have been like, for real?
Yeah.
It took you this long to get her to tap out? Like, this does not make you look strong.
Right.
But instead, this made Ember look extremely strong to then win after that. I just thought it was great.
For sure. The next match was the Extreme Rules match with Aleister Black and Adam Cole, whose back is not broken.
What a fucking crazy ass match. Like... It was so good.
There was a funny moment where, like, I don't know, maybe I wasn't wearing my glasses, but there was a moment where I couldn't tell who was who because they both have long hair, and Warwick was so incredulous. He was like, one has a whole body full of tattoos,
also,
Stella.
he's like 6 inches taller than the other one.
They look very different. I was like, I just in the corner of my eyes, all I saw was hair, okay? Relax. He was, like, so mad. One has so many tattoos.
Oh, it's so good. It was so good. I also thought, I didn't realize that when Aleister Black set that second table up, that he was making time because the medical trainer was checking on Adam Cole. Was not supposed to do that. And I love that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It seemed so natural. It seemed like he was like, 1 table? No. 2 tables. Like, that's better for the Satan. But they were checking Adam Cole's hand. They like made sure he didn't need stitches. Also, I know.
It's all bloody.
I know it was an accident. I'm glad it happened. Like, it made them look fucking...
The hand cut?
Yeah, it made them look like warriors that they were just covered in blood the whole time.
Also that chair thing on Adam Cole's back.
Oh, watching him lovingly caress that chair, I was like, you're going into that shit. Like, you have to... You know you're going into that. It was... Ooh. It
was so funny. Ooh. I freaked out. We all freaked out. And then I think as a way to, like, make themselves feel better, Warwick and Dave were like, oh, well... Aleister, like, really bent into it, so, like, they weren't that high up, and Adam Cole, like, his legs hit early, so, like, it probably was okay. Like,
no, it probably hurt like fuck.
I know, it's just funny, they were, like, in a way, because I was like, I can't watch it again, they were like, well, maybe it's fine, because it wasn't, like, them being, like, smarks about it, it was, like, them trying to, like, talk themselves down from, like, what the horror that they had just watched.
When Aleister Black went through those tables, I couldn't see it in the shot, and so I just forgot that those tables were there. I really thought he was taking a straight blind back bump from the top rope to the floor, which he would do. That's why it was just like, oh yeah, for sure you're gonna do this, and now you're gonna die. And like, how are 2 tables better than a straight bump to the floor? I'm not sure, honestly.
Breaking your fall.
But yeah, it did feel like, well, at least these tables broke her fall. It felt like when Kevin built that pyramid of chairs and then went through it. Like, that's what it reminded me of. Because they'd just gone through so much. It was so good.
I was also really happy that Aleister won.
I was too. I thought it was the right decision.
Because Adam Cole is such, like, a slimy heel, and, like, Undisputed Era, like, you know, Undisputed Era won earlier. They didn't both need to win. Like, Adam Cole can take a loss in that situation in a way that, like, would drastically harm Aleister's character.
Yes, I agree. And he hit his finisher and has a protected finisher, and, like, I like that.
Yeah, who would kick out of that?
No one.
You got kicked in the face at that velocity. Like, you're done.
Yeah, you're fucking done.
You're donezo.
Man has power tree trunk legs. Like, you are out. That's it.
I listen to his workout playlists a lot.
That's funny.
They're all just, like heavy metal nonsense. Like, I was listening to one on the train. It's just called December Workout, and it's just, like, a bunch of... Is this what Aleister Black works out to?
Lifting.
They all just sound the same.
Doing workouts.
See how quickly I put them on you. Violent brain.
They all just sound
All
the
sound
same.
the same.
These are all different songs. They're all different songs. Oh, this one starts different.
Ooh. Cool
How
down
long
rock.
until it gets like... They're all like heavy metal bands I've never heard of because they're like weird Dutch heavy metal bands.
Yep, there you go.
So sometimes, like today, I listened to it on the train because I was feeling particularly like I wanted to punch everyone in the face. So I was like, I'll just put on an Aleister Black playlist.
Perfect.
Just rock out on this train so I don't kill these people.
I love it. That's excellent.
Aleister Black is very metal.
Yes, he is very metal. He's everything Baron Corbin wishes he could be.
Baron Corbin is...
He can fly higher than an eagle.
What? No. Shut it down. I know why we did it, but shut it down. There are so many people that Baron Corbin wishes he could be. Baron Corbin wishes he was PJ Black. Baron Corbin wishes he was Aleister Black. I guess if you have the last name Black.
Baron Corbin's like, I want to be him.
Oh, yeah. There's a really... PJ Black posted a really cool photo of him in a wolf shirt, and I just saw the wolf shirt at first, and I was like, wow, this photo's too cool for Bear. Oh, yeah, because it's PJ. Appropriate amount of cool for PJ.
Yeah. Fair.
And then Johnny and Cien gave, like, an incredible match.
I got to the end of the Extreme Rules match and was like, how the fuck are they gonna do better than this? Like, how are you gonna follow this shit? It was
I saw somebody on and be like, follow that. And I was like,
they're gonna.
Obviously, they're gonna be fine.
They're gonna. There's a reason they put them last.
Right.
It went exactly how I wanted it to go, more or less.
I realized today, I had an epiphany. Although I really, truly loved this match, and I like Zelina and stuff, I feel about Cien how you feel about Drew.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
I don't dislike him,
Mm-hmm.
and I do think he has a beautiful face,
Mm-hmm.
but I just don't care about him as a character at all.
Okay.
Like, I will watch a match, and I will admit that this match was very good,
Mm-hmm.
and, like, I get why he's in that position, but I also, like...
He's just not for you.
Yeah, Cien's not for me. Though, I will agree, why would he ever wear a mask? He's so beautiful.
Yeah, right? Triple H was right. Like,
He's
this
like,
man is
"Your
fucking
face is
beautiful. I cried when he came out in the mask, though. I was so...
That was cool.
I was so excited, like... and I thought, like, does this mean you're gonna lose? It was my first thought, was like, if you're having this kind of celebration, is it because you know that this is the last time you'll be able to wear the mask and the belt at the same time? So I liked that wasn't the case, but
Right.
it was like, it gave that, like, false sense at the beginning, which is excellent. NXT can sometimes be very predictable, like, almost beat for beat called this entire booking of this match, other than Johnny winning, but it was the right call.
Losing.
Or, no, I mean, I called Johnny winning.
Oh, yeah, I did too. I called everything else right except for the final.
Yeah. And, like, knew Candice was gonna get involved, knew fucking Psycho Killer was gonna show up at some point. I just thought that it was gonna be Johnny won, and then he came out.
At first I was disappointed that Johnny didn't win. I was like, why would you have him lose? Like, especially without any interference with Ciampa. Like, I didn't like it at first, but then after Ciampa came out the way he did, I was like, it's way better that you lost.
Yeah.
Because it's insult to injury.
Yes, exactly. It was like, you lost, and also, fuck you, buddy. Like, it was so good. Also, this is a future programming note. I know that at some point, Johnny and Cien are going to have a loser leaves NXT match. So if Johnny loses and goes to the main roster, Tommaso can just follow him. He can pull a
Tommaso's just going to be like, I will follow you wherever you go until I enact my revenge.
Remember, I'm like Sami Zayn, except opposite, where I started out as a good guy, and now I'm a heel, and I'll never go back.
If I could give an award for best... Like, if I could give an award to a wrestler for best Twitter, it would be Tommaso.
He very rarely uses it,
And
but
he
when
uses
he does,
perfectly.
so good. He's so good.
Ice cold. And every time he tweets, everyone's like, no, you son of a bitch! You sit down!
Even just like, congratulations, Candice. Like, oh, you stay away from her, you monster!
Yeah.
That was the one thing that I universally, everyone that I know that followed indie wrestling, their one complaint was,
she should have just slapped him in the face or something.
She would have beat the shit out of him. Like, everyone who knows her from before knows that she would have just beat the dog shit out of him.
For
like,
sure.
So that was a little disappointing. But I loved the mirror image of him comforting her after her loss to Shayna at the Mae Young, and her comforting him in almost the exact same way after the loss to Cien. Like, they are such a positive couple, and I love that WWE is presenting them as a strong, healthy relationship.
And
like,
they're so good independently, and they're good together.
Absolutely. And so this, along with the way that they're doing Alexa and Braun, like, this is romantic interaction that's done well, it's thoughtful, and it's respectful of both of the people and of the audience, and like,
well, I guess
good.
I'm totally respectful of Braun because he's gonna get manipulated to hell.
I mean, but that's fine.
But
he's a
also,
monster.
Like 800 feet tall and he can handle it.
He can literally pick Alexa up by the arm and toss her to the ocean. Like,
I hope he doesn't do that.
I mean, I hope so too, but it is a fact.
I'm really excited. I'm hoping, I don't know, I guess Peyton is injured, so I'm hoping when she's not injured, they'll just like
she
loop
is?
them
I
up.
didn't know that.
I guess that's part of the reason. So I hope when she's not injured, they just like scoop them back up into like SmackDown or something.
And like, this is what they do. You have like a 6-month gap or whatever off of TV, and she's gonna have that now after not being at these tapings if she's injured. Like, this is let her cool down a little bit and send them both up to the main roster.
Yeah, because like, I love them, don't get me wrong, but like, we do need to see like Abby and like other people.
Where the fuck is Abby? Like, she has not been around in a minute.
I really like, I think that they want to push her in this very specific way because they know they'll get a pop, like, people love her. And like I said, I always thought Heidi's wrestling was better, so it made sense for me that she got the push. But Abby clearly has been putting in the work because her match at the Mae Young Classic was so good, matches, but the first one in particular. So they must be doing some kind of package.
They were originally going to have Ruby and Abby have a thing. They were like testing that out at live shows because they have so much history and chemistry together. I think they may be waiting for Candice now because Abby and Candice also have history and also have good chemistry with each other and like probably have been running stuff at the Performance Center as well. Or they're saving Abby for their tag division, which seems to be more likely than it's ever been in the past.
Yeah, I think they're keeping her off TV for a reason.
Yeah, it certainly feels that way. It doesn't feel just like we're just not gonna write anything for you. It feels intentional.
Because if they weren't, then they would be doing what they're doing with like Dakota Kai, and she would come out every once in a while. I feel specifically like she's not on TV for a reason.
Yeah, I also feel like they might be just playing with her look. Like they need to do something that's different and dramatic. Just give her fucking purple hair back, to be honest. Like, no one else has it. Sasha
has purple hair.
But no other white girls have it. And like, Sasha also wears a variety of wigs, and so it's not like she just has purple hair. She also has that like maroon color and like does a bunch of different stuff. Also does wear black and brown wigs when she's a heel as well. It's mostly when she's a babyface that she wears very colorful stuff.
I doubt she'll ever go back to the black and brown wigs. I think she'll probably keep the colorful hair.
Yeah, at this point probably, because it pops in a way that...
And it looks cool with her gear.
Yeah, and you need that for like a Raw audience as opposed to Full Sail where like smaller, you don't need that like pop color necessarily. But like... Now we'll have another blonde woman who's of a similar stature. Like, give her something that makes her look very different.
Yeah.
We don't need another repeat Carmella, Liv Morgan with women who just have different body shapes. Like,
I mean, they're very different now, but yeah.
Yeah.
The way they're presented. So, the Rumble. Let's just very quickly talk about the things that aren't the Rumble.
Okay.
Pre-show, whatever. The coolest thing about the pre-show was that triple moonsault.
Lucha Gang!
That was cool.
That was very
cool. It was cool that the Revival won. That was shocking.
I was very surprised.
That was shocking.
Very surprised.
The Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn thing... I was sad that the match was short, but it was a good match and a setup for all of their heel work on SmackDown and setting up their, like, kind of turn on each other, the one-on-one, which I think is really cool. I like that. And also, if they have to face each other, then it gives, like, AJ time to, like, square up with Shinsuke and build that story. I thought it, like, as much as I, like, obviously wanted more from that, like, it made sense.
Yes, I agree.
The Usos fought Shelton and Benjamin.
I can't believe they when it started, we were like, oh, well, this will definitely go to 3. It always goes to 3. Like, damn, no.
Yeah, especially because Gable and Benjamin were getting, like, a push, but, like, maybe not.
I don't know what happened. It was very weird.
This is forever, I guess.
I guess so.
Meadowin, she's too cool for 7. Meadowin, she's like 1 in a million. Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan fought Cesaro and Sheamus, but Jason Jordan really couldn't wrestle because he was actually injured, so he like pretended to be like
Seth
super
fought
injured.
22 minutes by himself, which is
Jason
nuts.
Jordan must like that.
He must
injury
be
fucking
injured.
real.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that Sheamus and Cesaro got the tag titles because they get this one last little run
Yeah, I'm glad.
before they have to break
I was
up.
very surprised, but at the same time, like,
I wasn't. I called it, ho.
I mean, I like that. Well, with the spinal stenosis, like, it's surprising to me that they would give them the belt. But if he has like a designated retirement time, Sheamus, it does make more sense. God damn it!
Download the app. It's worth it. Brock Lesnar defeated Braun and Kane, but defeated Kane really, and then Braun Strowman's like, "You didn't beat me." Blah.
This was the
Bathroom
only
break.
This was the only time that we, like, our network got interrupted, and so we just went back to where we thought we were. So we missed like the last 5 minutes of this. We didn't see Brock actually punch Braun in the face. Missed all that shit.
Doesn't matter.
We literally skipped as he was pinning Kane, and we were like, "Oh, we don't need to go backwards now."
It literally doesn't matter at all.
Exactly. I was like, I knew Brock was gonna win. This is pointless. I didn't really give a fuck, and so we just didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Who cares? But then on Monday night, Braun just like put Kane under a table, and then Kane went to the emergency room, but then he crawled away.
I love that they left that table. They took the time.
They built like another mini table next to the ring, which is like doesn't have enough room next to it.
No, it doesn't. And I was like, oh, I guess it doesn't. That's why they don't put this here, because there's not enough room for this to be here anymore, because they've obviously like set the ramp up and have to move it back. I just thought it was hilarious that they took the time to build that table, and it would have taken 2 people to flip that thing back over, and they were like, nah, leave it.
They're like, there's too much Kane blood.
We can't. There's too many wires. We don't want to touch that.
The men's Royal Rumble.
I'm so excited that they started with the men's rumble. It was the right decision.
That was great. It was the right decision, and like, it doesn't always have to be like this. Now you can just switch them whenever. It doesn't matter anymore.
Exactly.
Truly, why are there other matches on the Royal Rumble card? It should really just be these 2 matches, and then like nothing else.
There should be like a filler
one
match
in between.
Yeah, like 1 or 2 filler matches.
Literally,
1 from each show in between.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about anything except for the Rumbles. Thought the Rumble was really fun.
I enjoyed it a lot.
The only thing with the men's Rumble is like, I didn't get it because they have like so many people on their roster. Like, I mean, there wasn't like a lot of
surprises.
Obviously, Rey Mysterio was a big surprise.
Yeah, that was very exciting.
And then
Hurricane Helms,
which was it.
Surprising.
That was it though. Those were like the only 2.
Yeah, I think you're right.
The only 2 like legendy ones, because obviously Adam Cole was and Cien were obviously like surprises.
Cien had a great showing.
Cien looked great.
Very exciting.
Cien looked really good. Mm-hmm. I think maybe just because there were so many, because they had to fill 13 slots for the women, but also like they have a big roster. They didn't need to bring anybody in.
Yeah, I agree. And the choices that they made were good. And like Helms was fast, but good. We needed like a fast elimination at that point, and he was a fun pop.
What did you think about Kofi's pancake save?
I liked it.
I loved it.
I thought it was great.
Obviously, I loved it.
I love that they basket tossed him back into the ring.
The basket toss looked dope.
It looked really good.
I love that after all of the saves, he like immediately gets eliminated. And I love that Naomi kept that tradition. And it's like, you have your cool moment and then bye.
Bye. Yeah, I agree.
But the pancake, I just love Xavier's face on the pancakes. He was like, ha, ha, ha.
Yes.
Ha, I caught you. And the basket toss was so good. I love that.
I agree.
Also, LOL, fuck you, Dolph.
Yeah, what the fuck?
LOL, fuck you, Dolph.
Like, hey, we wasted this spot on Dolph. Also, he's gonna get eliminated immediately, basically.
So funny. I was sad that the Fashion Police weren't in it at all, and I was sad that Zack Ryder was on the pay-per-view at all, but I guess they both were on SmackDown, so that's good.
Yeah.
But also, like, that sucks.
That does suck.
That totally sucks. It also is weird that Seth Rollins had to fight both of his match and the Rumble.
They did that with all of the tag team people on Raw except for Jason Jordan. Both Cesaro and Sheamus were in it as well.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
Which is weird. It's very weird that all 3 of them were in the match.
All of that Heath Slater
before
stuff was
their
hilarious.
tag match too.
Yeah, that's true. All the
I
Heath
loved
Slater
it.
Stuff was
It reminded
funny.
me of
I wanted
when-
him to keep going. I was sad when he got put in the ring.
It reminded me of when oh my god, what's his name? Alex Riley, when he came back and was like, I'm a whiny little baby, and Kevin Owens was like, I'm gonna beat your ass literally every time I see you. And they had some like 3-way interaction, and Alex Riley got knocked off to the side. Kevin Owens left with his title, and Alex Riley was like doing the thing where you like lie in the corner at Full Sail,
Right.
and Kevin Owens walked past him,
I
walked
remember
back,
that.
and kicked him as hard as he could in the chest, and then walked away.
I remember that.
And it
That
makes
was
me
glorious.
laugh so hard every time I see it. Every time I think of it, it
And
makes
he
me laugh.
sells that shit so
Exactly,
well.
and it was like so appropriate. It felt so good. It wasn't like when Axel had the thing where he got eliminated, and then like I was
He
never
didn't
actually
get eliminated,
exactly
yeah.
like I liked that this was like a take on that, but was so specific to Heath and like really fucking worked
was
with
great.
him. Yeah, absolutely.
It's funny because I was at a bar where like not everybody like was there to watch wrestling, and one guy just yelled, "Ha ha! His shirt says I got kids."
Well, he does. That's his literal
And
gimmick.
then Nakamura won
I freaked out.
in a saving grace.
I jumped up and down screaming when he eliminated Roman. It was amazing.
It was also smart for it to come down to him and Roman.
I
'cause,
agree.
Like, the tension was palpable because like Philly is where he won last time, and you could tell, and like also like Nakamura deserves it, and also like
He needs
easy,
it.
easy. You want AJ versus Shinsuke, you got it. You don't even have to build to it. I mean, obviously you do have to build, but like you just did it.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom.
You just send it off. And it sets up the different path for the women that we
Yeah.
don't know right away, and that AJ and Shinsuke is set. Shinsuke was like, I want this, I'm doing this. Let's fucking do it.
I gotta be honest, I usually hate when Nakamura does the like, come on! But it like worked so well this time.
Yes, I agree. And I also, I know so Heels and Heels did 2 bonus episodes, and one of them was the men's rumble where they ate a bunch of corn dogs, and the second one was
Mini corn dogs.
Mini corn dogs, and the second one was the Rum Rum Rumble. I highly recommend listening to both. They're very funny. But there was the last couple minutes where it was just Roman and Shinsuke, and they're having a conversation with the producer like, well, it's definitely going to be Roman, and wouldn't it be exciting if it was Shinsuke, and oh my gosh, wouldn't that be great, but they'll never do it. And it was just me sitting on an airplane going, I can't wait till they get to it, I can't wait till they get to it, I can't wait till they get to it. I was so excited, so it was like an extra bonus. Like, I got to relive it by listening to them and being like, this is so wonderful, I'm so happy. It was so good, I loved it.
Then the main event was the Rumble, the Women's Royal Rumble. First ever 30 Women Royal Rumble.
I really enjoyed it.
Me too.
So I'm going to say my complaints first, and then we can just talk about how great it was.
Great.
So my only real complaints were the
No
end.
karma.
No karma. That was disappointing. But there's literally always next year
I
now,
know.
which is nice, and I like that. And now Beth Phoenix has been in it, and next year they could be like, Karma's the only other woman to have ever been in a Rumble, and Beth Phoenix
And
last
China.
year. China wasn't in a Rumble.
Yeah, it says there are 3. When I looked it up, it said there are 3 women that have been in a men's Royal Rumble. But
Oh, I thought it was only 2. I thought it was just Beth and Karma, and that China had won the Intercontinental belt and was the only woman to have ever done that.
well, now I have to Google a bunch of shit. So, thanks.
You're welcome. So, obviously, the end, where, like, we had this really great, exciting Rumble, and then it was like, LOL. Really, all we care about is Ronda Rousey. Like, that was very disappointing.
Oh, I
in
thought
many
you meant
ways.
that. I thought you meant something else. Yeah, China, Karma, and Beth Phoenix.
Oh, okay. That's good. I guess I
my
just didn't realize
dick.
that was her. Well, fine. So that was disappointing. Though I am glad Ronda wasn't in the Rumble. Like, I think that was the right choice. I wish Ronda had just done her
Yeah, but
fucking...
like, if you're just gonna go away for another month, then like, why couldn't you come?
Why couldn't you do it on Raw? Honestly.
Do it on Raw.
You
or
wanna
do-
bring
or
eyes
Just do it
and-
at Mania.
Yeah, I agree. It's just... It felt... Especially because literally the first thing they did on Raw was recap, hey, Ronda's here! Like, you couldn't talk about, like... We made history. That's like your whole thing. You just suck your own dick about how you make history, but now it's all about
They
Ronda.
love to
Like,
suck their own dick.
it's just that was very frustrating. And at the time when I was watching it, I was a little frustrated that it seemed like so many more legends were doing the eliminations than the current roster people. But looking back on it afterwards, it really wasn't that much of a big difference. Like,
No,
they
it
did
wasn't.
they did eliminate a lot of people, but honestly, I think it's better that they did that because this is the year all the legends are going to come back. Most of those women probably won't participate a second time.
Right.
And so now they've had this opportunity, they get to set these records, and then now you give your current roster and your future roster all of these things to compare themselves to. They can say things like, I'm going to eliminate as many people as Lita. I'm going to eliminate as many people as Michelle McCool. I'm going to be the one who breaks this record. Like,
Right.
They did give Sasha the longest person in a women's Rumble match. Also, almost broke the fucking just straight up record. Almost broke Rey Mysterio's record, which was awesome. And it really felt like she was going to do for a second. And so I like that they now have this, like, series of things that they can work towards next year, and they gave it history, which they really needed. It was like when Sasha and Charlotte went back and forth on the belt several times in a row, because they want to be able to say 4-time women's champ.
Right, for sure.
And they want to be able to say things like, Michelle McCool has eliminated the most women ever in a women's Royal Rumble match. Like, that's good. I like that they did that. And at the time it felt a little weird, but in hindsight, I really do think it was the right choice. And it's not like they had a legend win, honestly. And like, I felt like they did a good job of distributing it looking backwards.
I absolutely agree. I think those are really good observations. There are a couple of things about the legends that I feel, I mean, you had to have 13 because, like, not 13. There weren't 13 legends, but there were 13 open slots. There were 12, but then there were 13 because Alicia got hurt. So, like...
There were 11 because there were only 2 NXT women who came
Right, but
out.
I'm saying there are 13 open slots, and then there were only 2 NXT women, so then there were 11 other spots.
Right.
So, like, regardless, even if you brought up a bunch of NXT women, like, you were going to get a lot of legends.
And now knowing, too, that Peyton is injured, it, like, makes a lot more sense.
Well, that's what somebody random on the internet said, so, like, I haven't looked it up. But,
I mean,
like,
she hasn't wrestled in anything in a minute.
Yeah, I believe
I
him.
get it.
I think it was Joe Crack who said that. I believe him.
Right, he's reliable.
But I also heard that they were filming some kind of, like, women's evolution documentary, blah, blah, blah. So, like, that makes sense that there were all those women back. Mm-hmm. I want to say something because I feel like, you know, again, defending against the internet smarks. Some of those women did not do a great job.
Yeah.
Tori Wilson did not do a great job.
But she brings over a crossover
Right,
audience.
but I'm just saying, let me finish. Tori Wilson didn't do a great job. Kelly didn't do a great job. Whatever. But if you look back at the history of the men's rumble, sometimes when you bring back legends, they shit the bed.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They haven't wrestled in a fucking long time.
Yes, true.
Them coming back is not about them showing up and doing the best wrestling in the world.
No.
It's a pop. It's bringing crossover audiences. It's something to write up an article about the next day. And honestly, all those women, even if they, like, didn't have, like, a great start, a lot of them got back into it.
Yes.
Like, Kelly got back into it, and Michelle McCool got back into it, and, like, Molly Holly was like, bitch, I got this. I'm Molly Holly.
I wrestle all the time.
Look at my sweet-ass haircut. Her hair looks so good.
Yeah, it looks great.
But so, like, I just want to defend against that. Not that I really hurt anybody, but I'm sure somebody out there was like, oh, Kelly couldn't even get that Ronda right, or whatever.
Whatever.
But one complaint, but, like, Kelly, take your fucking bolero off, but, like...
I mean...
Whatever, Kelly. Wags...
Just from a different era.
That Wags life. Side note, Wags Atlanta sucks, so I stopped watching it.
Good. It
Though
looks
apparently
awful.
I stopped watching it, like, the week that there was, like, a very heavy Cody Brandy episode, so I might watch that. But, so they do, like, a photo shoot on there, and they, like, do a 2-suite, and the Wags, like... the Wags, like, Twitter was like, oh, Cody and Brandy have their own secret handshake. Isn't that cute?
Oh, no.
And internet Twitter was like,
No. Come on.
Isn't that so funny?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, they're such a cute couple. They have this very exclusive handshake.
Yeah, okay. No.
Anyways, that was funny. But, that was my feeling about that. I also really liked that Trish and Lita were not in the ring at the same time.
I agree.
We did not need that. They have their history. They're on all of the fucking, like, Monday night things.
They were going to eliminate each other, there was no way to put them in the ring together.
But also, like, what is the point of them eliminating each other? We've seen that. It's more exciting to have Sasha throw Trish over after they have a face-off.
Or,
like,
to counter that, if they teamed up together against new people, current roster people, and then were eliminated together.
I still disagree. I think the way that they handled it was really smart. Yeah. And, like, there was still a moment where, like, Trisha and Mickey had their, like, thing. Like, that moment doesn't have closure like a lot of the other stuff, the Lita Trish stuff. Even if, like, maybe the storylines weren't wrapped up, like, we've seen them in all of the, like, history of Raw, best feuds, first women's main event, blah, blah, blah. Like, that story wasn't important. Also, Lita sneakily with that Time's Up shirt. Ooh, Lita!
Mm-hmm. Writing all the women's names on her arm, too. That was classy as hell, to be honest. Like,
she was like, look, I know I do commentary and shit for you guys all the time, but, like, I don't need you.
I'm not under a contract, and
like,
you didn't bring me to Raw 25, so I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. Like, good for you, girl.
Also, biggest pop of the night for me, I know you're expecting me to say Brie. I obviously freaked out. I got high fives from strangers because I was, like, dressed in all my Brie stuff. But, like, I ran around the entire bar screaming when Vicky Guerrero came out.
freaked out. I was so
especially
happy.
Because my complaint on Raw was like, I really, really wanted to see Vicky. Like,
I know.
I love Vicky Guerrero. And like when she came out and you just hear, excuse me, I like jumped out of my chair and I was like,
I freaked
just
out.
ran around the whole bar. I was so excited. And the way that they used her was great. Like her just screaming and everyone looking at her and then like dumping her over in her like bicycle shorts and her smacking Carmella in the face.
Oh, it was so good.
It was
I
so
loved
good.
it. The group that I watched with mostly started, like, Tom watched when he was a kid and has just gotten back into it. Brooke was the same way. And then their roommates Dom and Eddie were also watching with us. They started watching because of Total Divas. So they have like
Crossover.
They have weird context for how things exist. So they were like really excited for the women's rumble and were like, part of it is I was like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna freak out and I'm gonna cry. And they were like, this is why you're here. We need to like know who to be excited about. I was like, I'm ready. And so it was interesting to watch them be like, who are these people? You're so excited that we're excited, and like getting to explain like, this is who this person is, this is why this is exciting. Like, it was so good. The only thing we disagreed on was when Ronda came out, I knew I was behind, and I saw the group message between you and Warwick and all of them.
Yeah.
And I was, after the women's match ended,
Sorry.
I was like, oh, I'll check it because now all the spoilers are done. And then I saw you guys say, at least not Ronda. She's like a cockroach. And I looked up and her music started to play and I freaked out.
Is that her UFC music?
Yes.
Okay.
Which, that's bullshit that they licensed that for her. Fuck you. You do not deserve Joan Jett. Fuck you. I was so mad about it. Like, no one else gets licensed music. Why the fuck do you get licensed music?
Well, Victoria had Nicki Minaj music for a while.
That's different. We're not
It was
in that time
before
anymore.
Nicki Minaj got famous,
Yeah,
too.
it's a little different.
I ain't a woman to mess with.
So when she came
I was
out,
sad that Victoria wasn't back.
so I heard her music and started freaking out and was like, no, 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 no. And Tom was like, yes, I'm so excited because you're so pissed about this.
Oh yeah, there was this table there who had clearly like kind of seen wrestling, but man, it was a table of these young kids who had the worst wrestling opinions. They got like really sad when Roman got eliminated. They were like mad. There was something else. I think they were mad with Brock, or they cheered really heavily when like Brock won. Like they just had the worst opinions. And then so Trish's music hit, and I was like, "Woo, yeah, Trish, no fucking Ronda, yeah!" I like freaked out. Like I was like, A, happy to see Trish, and B,
fuck you, Ronda.
fuck you, Ronda. Nick was so funny. Nick goes, "Oh, she looks good," and I was like, "You got a thing for Trish Stratus?" And he goes, "I mean, like." She looks really good. Like, she, like, you know, she hasn't been around in a while. Like, she's in good shape. And I was like, that is not what the, oh, she looks good sound came out of your mouth. It wasn't like, oh, she looks good for her age. She looks good for not being in a ring. It was like, oh, she looks good. Yeah.
That's the noise I make when fucking Aleister Black comes out.
Yeah, you're not wrong. She looks fucking hot as hell. She, like, owns a yoga studio and is, like, you know, whatever. But it was just funny, like, because he doesn't have a lot of context for Trish, and so like his like reaction was just so funny. It was so funny. But anyway, so this bar, like, so Ronda's music hits, and we're all like, fuck no, fuck this, and this one girl, I think because I had been so loud and crazy the whole night because like abs, I think she was like trying to counter me and was like, yeah, woo, stood up, and she was like, finally some real fighting, and I was like, bitch,
get the fuck out.
I was like,
get the fuck out.
First of all, you're not. I hate, like, I took somebody to a wrestling show once who said shit like that. Like, it was like Heidi and Kimber. And she was like, it doesn't even look real. And I was like, bitch, we're not here for it to look real, okay?
No.
Like, that's not what we're here. We're here to suspend our disbelief and have fun and appreciate the storytelling and the athleticism and whatever. Like, if you want to go watch, quote, real fighting, go watch real fighting. And also, like, a lot of those are probably thrown fights, so shut up.
Yeah, and also, like, that
In my
doesn't
personal
mean...
MMA expertise.
Also, just because something is a real fight doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah.
90% of UFC is garbage.
I gotta
Most
be
of
honest.
Bellator is garbage.
Most of the MMA matches I've watched have been boring as hell.
Yeah, most of them are fucking garbage. Also, I can't believe anyone who is actually an MMA fan would say that about fucking Ronda.
Exactly, which is that's what Nick said. He was like, she clearly doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about.
She clearly does not watch MMA and only knows that name.
Trying to counter my energy.
Exactly, and
I was like, little
damn,
girl.
I wish I had been there for that.
Little girl.
Oh, girl, let me talk to you about Ronda's last couple matches. Have you watched them? Because they're garbage. Because she's garbage.
And she couldn't handle it emotionally, so she ran away.
Whatever. Get help for yourself. But she doesn't handle those situations well and shames people for wanting help with depression. So you know what? Fuck her.
And shames people for wanting to use lube. And shames trans people.
Yeah.
And is not a good actor.
Also is trash at fight choreography, which makes a bunch of people are like, maybe, you don't know, maybe she'll come and be great. No, I do know she won't be good because I followed her career since she was 15. I watched her go to the Olympics. I was a fan of her judo. That's why I got into MMA's, into the women's division, because of her specifically.
Yeah,
she's garbage.
You've been through it with her. You used to be a fan of her. You've been
It's
through
too
it.
late. It is too late for her to be in WWE and get those kind of MMA fans, which I don't think WWE gets. You're only going to get casual MMA fans who are probably already casual WWE fans.
You're also going to get the pop, and then she's going to show up and suck, and everyone's going to be like, boo.
Boo. I can't wait to boo her. That will be exciting. I cannot wait to boo her and have people not get mad about it.
Yeah. Fuck her.
Fuck her.
Stand. Point at sign. Grimace.
What did you do to earn to get here?
I don't know who sent this tweet. I'm sorry, but I did see a brilliant tweet that said, "That's our Ronda, black hole of charisma."
Yes.
That's our Ronda. So funny.
God.
Anyways, the last moments of the match. I just want to go over that. I loved the Sasha Trish moment. That was good.
Yes.
The Sasha Bailey moment and Charlotte's reaction to that. Priceless. I like the Bella twins and Sasha kind of teaming up, and then the Bella twins being like, "Out of here, bitch, bye."
Yeah.
Nikki turning on Brie, classic.
Perfect.
Classic Nikki bullshit.
And
The
I thought it was
last bits with Asuka and Nikki were intense.
I
was
agree.
like, why are you pulling her by her neck?
I know. And I liked the Nikki betraying Brie as a compliment to Sasha betraying Charlotte. It's a game.
Sasha just betraying Bailey.
Sorry,
in front of Charlotte.
Yes,
in front of their mom.
In front of their mom. It was like Roman throwing Seth over, where you get that,
Also, Seth's reaction to that.
Perfect.
I think, oh man, who had the tweet? I think Caitlyn had the tweet. I'll get her handle, but she had, pictures of, Roman throwing him over, and then Seth's face and Roman's face, and she just said, "The fanfic writes itself."
Yes, I saw that too!
And I was like, it sure does.
It sure fucking does that, sad smirk head shake, oh girl, you nailed it.
So good. Her Twitter handle is at Chris, I don't know, it's CRISEYDE. If you want to follow her, she's very funny.
Yes, she is. She's excellent.
The fanfic writes itself.
Yeah, and so I liked that it was oh yeah, it's every woman for themselves. Fuck your sister, fuck your twin. Don't actually do that, but you know what I mean.
The final moment where Asuka kicked and clearly didn't hit Nikki and Nikki fell. I think Nikki was like, "My neck hurts, bye."
I know.
You fucked my neck up, bitch. I'm fucking out of here. I quit.
I loved it. I thought it was great. And also 2 Asian champions. That's awesome. It really is.
Also, yeah, to have the first ever women's Royal Rumble winner to be a performer of color is excellent.
I absolutely agree. I think it's great.
And to have the Iron Woman be a performer of color, also great. Having Finn being the Iron Man is good for Finn's career.
Very good for him, and he needs it.
He sure does.
Sure, fuck. And his match with John Cena was really good.
Yeah, it was good.
I really enjoyed it, and I was watching with Brooke, and he was like, "Finn's definitely gonna win," and I was
and you were like,
"Girl, steal yourself." LOL. John Cena
Brooke.
Always wins.
You just need to get to WrestleMania. Bitch, you could walk up to Vince and be like, you could walk in day of with no match on WrestleMania's card and be like, "So, main event?"
Yeah, right. Hi.
I'm here. I did love the next day on Twitter how a bunch of women like Nikki and Nia, I know some other people said it, I don't remember who, were like, "Oh, really, Ronda? Why are we all talking about Ronda? How about all of these other people?" And I like that they said something.
I like that clapback of yeah, we did all the work and then you just showed up. Yeah.
Natty was like, "I don't think anybody has a problem with Ronda per se. I think people have a problem with how she's booked. And I was like, what a nice way to say that, Natty, you crazy bitch.
Yeah, right? What the fuck? Is it because you're a heel that you're being nice to? I don't get it.
We didn't talk about Total Divas at all. The season finale was like total trash, and it was basically just them building up to the Total Bellas. Like Nia, Alexa, Carmella, Naomi, they weren't on it at all. Natty and Lana had a weird thing where Lana asked TJ to train her, and then Natty was like, no, because I don't want TJ to get sad that he's not in the ring. So Lana, TJ has chicken pox. And TJ had a great reaction when Lana told him that. He was like, Natalia. Or no, he goes, that's Natalie Neidhart for you guys. Which was funny. He was just like, I've literally been with this person since I was like 15 years old. She's insane.
Yeah.
I do love her, but she is an insane person.
Right.
So that was cute. But it was really mostly just like Dancing with the Stars and building up to Total Bellas. And like, will they or won't they with John Cena? Are they going to break up or are they going to get married? What's it like having a baby, Brie? I don't know.
Whatever. We'll get to see her training to go to the Rumble, which will be nice. We'll get the like count the.
As long as we get more of that and less of JJ.
Well, if we're getting like training for Royal Rumble return. Also, did you notice that Stephanie made a point to say, not with Nikki, but with Brie especially, Brie is returning from retirement.
No, I didn't hear that. What?
Yes. Yeah. Didn't say it with Nikki. Was just like, Nikki's back. Nikki's doing whatever.
Well, she's technically been active on that roster.
Yeah, and so I think that that's part of it, but they made a point, Stephanie made a point especially to say that Brie had returned from retirement. So I'm interested to see how they do that. Also,
why did Brie have to retire? Why couldn't Brie just be like, yo, I'm taking some time off to squirt a baby out, and then I'll be back?
Because that's what women did. Other than Tamina, I don't know that any woman has returned from...
Mickey.
Well, but she left. Like,
that's true.
Full on left. So I don't know that there's anyone else who's done that.
Tamina has like 2, 8-year-old children.
Doesn't she have 3 kids?
She has several kids that are maybe double digits.
So I think that that's part of it, is that they wanted to, like, before it was, you just retire.
Can we talk about Tamina's outfit for a second?
I mean, I was going to talk about Brie's outfit, but I guess we could talk about Tamina.
I mean, Brie's outfit was what she wears, just like a tankini.
She made it into, like, mom gear.
Yeah, she made it into a tankini.
She looked great, and also I liked that she was like, I can still wear my gear, and I can just alter it a little bit and feel confident with my...
Yeah.
Mom bod again,
yeah, quote unquote,
hard air quotes.
I'm Brie Bella. I still look great,
right? Exactly, but to like also see her against Nikki,
I got a bone
I liked
with
it.
The Bellas.
Oh my!
Their rose sold out.
Tell me about Jesus.
Their rose sold out in 2 minutes.
Really?
Okay, so the last time your wine's gonna sell, why do you not just make more dum dums? I don't understand.
Because it does. They can charge more for it because it's a limited variety.
It was only like $23.
Damn.
Well, it sold out in 2 minutes.
Damn.
And I got like the pre-sale email, and then it was just like
gone. That's very disappointing. Maybe you'll find it somewhere.
I don't think they're selling it anywhere.
I mean, someone might resell it.
I'm not gonna buy resold Bella wine.
No, I mean like someone has bought it so that they can resell it.
I'm not gonna do that. Then it will be really expensive.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be good. It's not good.
That's true. If it was good wine, it would be very different.
I'm not gonna buy secondhand Bella wine.
I mean, it's not like they're gonna open it.
You don't know?
I do.
The world is full of weirdos. The only thing that I think we need to talk about is Carmella's fake cash-in. Oh, you don't watch SmackDown?
No, Carmella had a... I was like...
Carmella had a
brain
fake...
just short-circuited.
Yeah, sorry, I was like, why are you not, like, making, like... Or why are you not reciprocating?
No, I was traveling. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Carmella... So, Charlotte's in the ring, promoing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Riot Squad comes out, promo. Riot Squad attacks Charlotte,
obviously.
lays her out, because it's 3-on-1. And then you hear Carmella's music hit. Carmella runs out, goes to do the cash-in. Again, the ref ruins it because he's, like, doing it really slow, like, are you sure? And then Charlotte starts to get up. Carmella goes to kick Charlotte and accidentally kicks the ref out of the ring. And then by the time the ref gets his wits about him and is about to cash in, and essentially she notices that Charlotte is, like, basically awake. And she's like, nope, not today. Bye. See you later. Not today. Not
good.
today.
Good,
And then,
good.
like, backstage interviews were like, your cashing didn't go right. And she goes, no, I'm just messing with Charlotte's head. Like, it totally went the way I wanted it to. So,
Wink, wink.
NBD.
NBD. I love how long they've let her stretch this out.
Keep
She
it
still
forever.
has- I mean,
Pull a Seth Rollins. I don't give a shit.
I was just gonna say that. I would love it if she cashed in at Mania. I think that would
That'd be great.
super appropriate. And also, like,
Or at Fastlane.
she's not attached to anyone anymore.
Nope.
She can go anywhere she fucking wants. Like, have her. Can she cash in on whoever she wants? Can she show up at Mania and
I
be
don't
like,
know, because
yo, what's
this
up?
year Money in the Bank, so they're doing a big 5. They're doing 5 crossovers because they're doing Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Money in the Bank, and Survivor Series. So there's 5 crossovers. So, like,
Good.
technically,
They should-
I think she could.
They should make Money in the Bank a crossover show.
Oh,
I think
absolutely.
it makes way more
It doesn't
sense
make
to do
sense
that.
that doesn't
That
make
you just
sense.
go back and forth every year, so like every
That's
2
dumb.
years you get the opportunity to have like that's stupid.
That makes sense for, like, Hell in a Cell or Elimination Chamber. It
Right.
doesn't make sense for...
And especially for the men's belt, like that way you can have a briefcase on each show. It's weird to have 2 briefcases on one show. That way you like Baron and Carmella could not both do long-term briefcase holds. You can do 2 long-term holds if they're on
they would
different
be
shows.
different,
Exactly.
much different stories.
Absolutely. And you're not seeing it on the same show twice a week. Like you get a much larger variety, which I like a lot. So it will be interesting to see where they go with it next year.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I would love that. I would love it if she could
just
cash
showed
in
up
on
and,
someone
like,
else.
Cash in on Alexa.
Mm-hmm.
That would be dope.
Also, you know what? I wish that they would be a little more bold about who they give the briefcase to for the men and have some men cash in on different belts. Like,
Yeah.
it's
That's, like, really... Wouldn't it be, like, crazy if, like, they cashed in and it was like, I'm taking this NXT belt. Fuck you guys.
right. Bye.
I mean, they obviously wouldn't. But, yeah, like, doing, like, a United States belt or something.
like that way you
Rusev
can...
is going to be in the United States belt picture. He's in the United States belt picture again.
Yeah, and like
So, that's good. He was a good United States champion.
I agree. I
Especially
definitely
with all the Rusev Day nonsense. Okay, I don't love Rusev. I have mixed feelings on him, particularly because he seems like such a dick when we watch Total Divas. But also, like, whatever his character. But, like, I want a Rusev Day mug.
right.
Also, that calendar that just says Rusev Day.
I
every day
want
is
that calendar.
very funny.
I agree, and I want that calendar.
Very funny.
It's
Also,
very smart
Wendy's had a
marketing.
really funny tweet. Somebody tweeted at Wendy's, "Hey, do you know what day is it?" And Wendy's just tweeted back, "It's Rusev Day."
Mm-hmm.
Whoever runs the Wendy's social media is a fucking genius.
Yeah, and they love wrestling, and I love it. Honestly,
Everyone
love
loves wrestling.
that everyone loves wrestling. It's so
people
great.
Pretend not to, and especially like sometimes like when like Nick's parents will be, or dad will be like, "I just don't get it," and I'll be like, "Well, you're one of the only people in the world because it's like the world's most."
I
Like,
know.
it's like honestly like soccer and wrestling.
Yeah,
That's it, buddy.
It's universal in so many ways because it's everywhere. Like you can watch it anywhere.
I watched it on Christmas Eve with my grandpa, or on Christmas Day with my grandpa, and he was like making fun of it, but he watched all 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
He was having a good time. He had running commentary. He had like, is he gonna watch it every day? No, but like he fucking had a good time watching it.
After a while, you just get sucked in, and if you're watching with people who like it, it's so easy to get sucked into. It again, like soccer. I feel like a lot of other sports aren't that way. Even if you watch people who are really enthusiastic, it's easy with basketball and hockey and football to like lose track
This
of
is a
what's
soccer
happening.
wrestling household.
Yes,
so
exactly.
I will defend those.
And like that, they're easy things to just jump right in and get invested right away. And so I love that so many people find it so accessible. I think it's great.
Any other thoughts about wrestling?
I
I
think
need
that-
to get back into ROH. Did you miss watching
Yes,
ROH?
I do too.
We didn't talk about Kenny and Kota getting back together.
Oh my
Honestly, I watched clips of New Japan and on and off, and I'm like, this is fun, this is fun. This was the first moment where I was like, maybe I need to watch New Japan regularly. Maybe I regularly need to watch New Japan because I'm into
Let's
this.
fucking do it. If you start watching it regularly, it will encourage
Well,
me
here's
to do
what
it.
I thought, and I will bring everybody in onto this. Like, this is a little podcast meeting, I guess. But so we have this Patreon now, and we have a ton of wonderful supporters, and like,
Yes.
I think what we should do is use a portion of Patreon money to buy subscriptions.
Yes, I agree.
So we pay for New Japan, and we pay for Progress, and we pay
Yes.
for Stardom, and we pay for Rise or whatever, so that like we both have access to all of them.
Yes.
And we can share the things. And then
Yes.
if somebody for like a special episode, this is one of the Patreon goals, says, hey, I really want you to cover Shimmer 94.
Right.
Or I'd really like you to watch the first 5 episodes of Progress and let me
Yeah.
know what you want, or like know what you think. Like,
Yes.
I think, Or like, I love the podcast, but I really want you guys to cover more New Japan. Well, we don't have to worry about, because that's part of the reason I haven't watched New Japan, because I already pay
It's
for
inaccessible, yeah.
so much shit.
And I have it, but like, because we prioritize other things,
Right.
it's one of my last priorities. But like, I am so invested in
was
this
the first
story.
time, truly, this was the first time that I was like, maybe I need to watch this every week.
It's so good.
It was like, so, like, you don't need to know the language. You don't need to know the backstories. Like, they were so good at just, like, portraying the story and the history.
Watching
and
Kenny hook his arms around the rope so that he wouldn't immediately grab Kota's hand, I just started crying. We were getting on the airplane to go to LA. We had this, like, 4-hour flight ahead of us. We're in the cab, and Michael goes, "Did you see this?" And I was like, oh!
I watched the whole 8-minute segment, and I didn't watch Wrestle Kingdom or Dash or any of it, and I was like, I have 8 minutes to watch
Oh my
Kota
God.
and Kenny
Okay, so,
fall
like,
in love.
The Reader's Digest version of this for people
No.
who didn't see it.
I think everybody saw it.
I mean, a lot of people don't watch New Japan.
Yeah, but I feel like everybody saw this.
Okay, the important thing is that
If
Kenny...
you don't, go fucking Google it.
Kenny lost his belt to Switchblade, which feels very weird also. Like, it's strange that they would make this decision, but now knowing
Switchblade.
that this is where this is going, and they want to build Switchblade. Like, I like Jay White. I do not like the Switchblade character, but I do like Jay White, and I think
Agreed.
this is a good opportunity for him.
He's a good wrestler.
And they've been slow burning this Golden Lovers thing for like 10 years.
So, like, Cody turned on Kenny.
Yes.
And then Kota came to save him, but then Kenny was like, God, Cody and
Kota.
and Kota. Cody Rhodes. Brandy and Cody Rhodes, because we can't say
Yes.
Cody and Brandy
Cody
Rhodes.
have no last name.
Cody and Brandy Rhodes. Turned on Kenny Omega, and then Kota Ibushi came to save Kenny Omega, and then Kenny Omega was like, no, yes.
He went to shake his hand. He lowered his hand. Like, "You're not going to shake my hand." And I was like, oh, my soul is dying. Oh, and then they hugged in the confetti.
I literally just want to go back and watch all of that stuff.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so many feelings.
But that's the thing, like, I obviously don't have a lot of backstory for the
just made
Golden
myself
Lovers.
cry.
But, like, they did such a good job, like, portraying the entire story. Like, I didn't need any background.
And seeing that, like, extra bit on being the elite, too, like, I love
Oh,
that
where they, like, the Young Bucks, like, invited them into their hotel room.
Oh my God. They open the door and Kenny's looking all like, "I did it. It's a thing that happened. I need to speak to you." And then Kota comes in like, "I'm a model. I'm so beautiful. And here I am like, oh my God. Oh my God. Are the Young Bucks going to split away with Kenny and Kota? I'm into it. Do it. Fucking split the elite into a totally different thing. Make the elite just the Young Bucks and Kenny and send them off on their way and have that be what splits the Bullet Club. Let Cody go and stay there. Like, I'm cool with that. We need something different. We're at the point with the Bullet Club where it's NWO, where there's so many people.
Yeah.
There's too many people to keep track of. There's all of these
I
cliques.
want
There's
Tama-
Red Brand. There's the other shit.
I want Tama to be like, fuck y'all, I'm out. This
Right.
is some white boy nonsense. I'm out of here.
Absolutely. I was around for Finn Balor. I am not here for this bullshit.
I am
ugh.
some white boy nonsense. I'm out of here. I'm too hot for this bullshit.
Right? Exactly. I'm like, this is a good way to do that. They already have so much merch. They already have fucking Funko Pops. Like,
I mean, they have
what
the
can you
cease and
do?
desist. You might as well just break it up. You
I
can't
know.
fucking Too Sweet anymore.
And, like, what other merch can they get from here? They have, like, as much as they can possibly get. It's not like that merch is gonna stop selling. Like,
Right.
do whatever you want. And also, I love the idea that Kenny Omega went to the ranks of this, got to the head of the Bullet Club, became the elite, and is now like, here's my gay storyline.
For sure.
For all of the fans, like, I'm so
For
happy.
all of the, like, terrible, like, who said this? Was it Courtney that called them, like,
yes!
Bullet Club neckbeards or something? What did she call
Walking
them?
fedoras.
Walking fedoras, whatever. For all of those fucking guys to have to be like, wait, Kenny's gay?
Yeah. Not gay. Bi.
Bisexual, yeah. But they're gonna say, wait, Kenny's gay.
Yeah, but like, sure, do your gay stuff. Be a bi man. You're married to a woman. Like, great, awesome. Like, I love it.
Sure, Kenny, do your gay stuff.
And like, as a bi person, it feels
For
amazing
sure.
to be.
I can't imagine.
It honestly, it feels amazing, and like to have Kenny have been open about being bi in the past was like great, and it feels very good. But like,
Not that it's important, but what is Kota's sexual origin? Or origins? What is his
Origin?
What is Kota's sexual origin story?
I think he's also bi.
Okay.
I think. I'm pretty sure that that's what it is. I don't know that he's ever been publicly with a woman, but it's also Japanese culture that you're a little more, like, reserved and almost, like, secretive about that in some ways. But, like, canon, they're lovers, and I love that. And especially, like, it's not super acceptable in Japanese society to be queer, and so that they're really pushing this.
But people love wrestling.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, it just makes it brings me so much joy, and I love it. And I love that Coda and Kenny were both like, LOL, middle fingers, WWE, we're gonna do this gay ass storyline. Like, I love that, and it just brings me so much joy, and I'm so happy about it. Like, yes, let's start watching New Japan again. When we started this podcast, I had a New Japan segment, which I just never do anymore. So, like, this is the perfect reason to start watching it again. I'm so happy about it.
I'm so happy about it. Okay, so that's wrestling.
Yes.
We have one review to read, and I did contact Walmart.
Yes. Oh, we have one question as well.
Oh, okay, we'll do the question, we'll do the review, and then we will do the John Cena tap out. We have 2 more to do, because I contacted Walmart, and I was like, yo, my package was stolen. Send me some more tap out.
We need those.
Send me some more John Cena tap out. She was funny. She was like, it's the John Cena tap out, correct? And I was like, correct.
Yes, it is.
Well, you find the question, I'll do the review.
Okay.
This is from Stan Cow, who is awesome. Wrestling should be fun, and Stella and Erin keep that in mind as they go through each week's wrestling news, rumors, and results. The 2 friends, debatable, have the best kind of chemistry, bringing the listeners in like we're just another person in a rambling conversation that includes a healthy dollops of feminism, culture, and the travails of living in the 21st century.
What a good review.
Debatable. Haha, read your question.
All right, this is from Joe Crack.
Somebody sent me $8.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. Go.
Sorry. Okay. This is from Joe Crack. Okay. What are your thoughts on WWE squash matches with local talent? How often do they actually help superstars?
I don't know my feelings. I have to be honest, because I want to say I hate them because it's obvious and it doesn't matter and who cares. But also, like, think about Nia. If Nia had come in and just squashed all the women before,
where do you go from there?
Where do you go from there? Before she had like that like good feud with Alicia, I don't know. But also, like, the Nia thing worked for me. The Bludgeon Brothers thing is not working for me.
Yeah.
But that might be also because the Bludgeon Brothers is
in
not
general
doesn't
work for me. I agree. But, like, it worked really well with Braun. I think you needed
That's true.
You needed an effective plan going into your jobber schedule. Like, you're going to be 4 jobbers in a row, or you're going to have 1 match and then a 2-on-1 match and then a 3-on-1 match. Like, there are ways to effectively help build a superstar who especially is coming up from NXT or who is new to the WWE scene. Like, they did it with Nakamura and with Samoa Joe. You set them up with jobber matches. They're enhancement talent, and that's exactly what they do. Their whole purpose is to enhance the superstar who's being highlighted. I think the problem with WWE is that they'll kind of take whoever from a local scene, and that they're not careful about curating who their match person is. Like, Scarlett should never have faced Nia. That was stupid.
Well, we also just hate Scarlett.
Yeah, but she's also not a great wrestler. And so, like, the whole idea... Like, Carmella's dad was enhancement talent because he was an excellent wrestler, and he made everyone look good, even though he lost every match. That is ideally what a jobber should be. And I think WWE selects those people, but I think sometimes they're just so eager to get local talent that they'll take literally whoever shows up.
Right.
And I think they need to be smarter about, in advance, booking local talent to be enhancement. So, yes, it does work, but they're just kind of dumb and lazy about it sometimes, and in that instance, it does not work.
For sure.
One more question. I'd also love to hear your thoughts about pushing women going forward despite only one women's match on TV this week. I think it's kind of like we were saying before, where they're clearly building up to more stuff with women and normalizing it, but it is a good point that they still same old bullshit, where unless you're gonna actually push this stuff, don't pretend like you're having this great women's evolution.
Yeah, I think it's just we have to keep our eye on it and can't give them a pass for like being like, we did it, first ever, no follow through. So I think it's just like kind of up to us to be vocal about it.
Absolutely.
All right. John Cena tap out.
Here we go.
This one is core. It is gold. It is described, unlike the other ones, there's no like box that came with them. They literally just like threw these like in a box, so there's no like cool description. But according to the website, it says be hardcore with this spicy musky scent.
This is gonna be bad.
Mandarin, nutmeg, and amber notes for a bold, warm scent.
This is gonna be bad.
Yeah, I really don't want to do this.
Let's do it.
This smells great.
Really?
This smells legitimately great.
Ooh, this might be the best one
This
so
is
far.
the best one.
This is better than the purple one, I
Yeah.
think.
This smells great.
This does smell really good.
I'm upset at how good most of these smell.
This is, like, really good.
This smells great.
Yeah, I really like this.
So far, the only one that was, like, tragic was Fuel.
Stay away from Fuel at all costs, but the other ones have been good. The blue one, the purple one, I don't remember what they're called.
The blue one and the green one taste like... The blue one and the green one smell like very basic, like Axie.
Yeah, again,
like,
gym body sprays.
Gym body spray. The
Yeah.
wood one was really good, but apparently doesn't mix with your hormones.
It's not good
or
with
your
me.
pheromones really well.
Yeah, it was not
But,
great
like,
for me.
This smells good.
This is good.
Like,
I would wear this. I would wear
yeah,
this on my
doesn't
skin.
smell like Axe or like a cologne
It's
necessarily.
a very masculine scent, but not in a bad way. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not like overwhelming.
I think it's the like tangerine that makes it
I
bearable.
agree. That like spicy woody thing like totally comes through, but isn't overwhelming like gasoline like the Fuel one. Like
Yeah.
this is actually very good. Like I would get this. This is something that if I could buy it for like $3, I would probably buy it.
Well, it costs $3.
Oh, perfect.
This costs $3.50.
Perfect.
It's the 1.5 flow ounces. Is that how you say it? Flow ounces?
Yeah, for sure.
Flow. Yeah, because it's water. It flows.
Correct. Yes, that's right. That's why they do that. Yeah, that's the liquid sound.
That's what it sounds like.
She's mixing it all up. I don't know that that makes
I'm
a
like
difference.
upset. I wanted these to smell bad.
One of them did.
One of them smelled like death, for sure.
That
That one
was
smelled
really
That
bad.
one truly smelled like a Mad Max apocalypse.
It was like, I know it sounds like an exaggeration, but honestly, rubbing alcohol and baby wipes, that's literally how it smelled. It was really fucking bad. This is good.
Core spicy, but the other one, the Fuel, was called spicy too, and it's bad.
I know, that's why I thought
But
this was gonna be bad.
Spicy and musky apparently are better than just
Well,
spicy.
The blue one was musky, and the purple one was supposed to be woody, and so this was like spicy, woody, musky. It was like we took all the good things about the other two and just threw them in together.
All right.
Well,
You can find us on the internet. I'm at Stella_Cheeks.
I'm at Urgency.
You can also kind of find us at Not Your Demo Pod, which is the podcast Twitter, but it's really just like my school Twitter right now, but also like,
It'll
follow
transition.
it. It'll transition. I probably am not going to post about dicks right now because like my teacher would be like, it's not really like journalistic to talk about people's dicks.
I mean, it is if you know your
But, like,
audience.
Well, yeah, we know our audience.
Listen, we literally had someone register peenwatch.com for us, okay? Thanks, Henry.
You can find us. Same deal with where the Tumblr's gone because we never really used it and it's confusing.
You yelled at me about saying that exact same thing a month ago. I'm just gonna point that out.
But you can find us at nowyourdemographic.wordpress.com right now. Also currently being used for school, but we'll transition into something else.
Yes.
I probably will buy us a Squarespace because fuck WordPress.
Yeah,
But I had to use it in my school.
I mean, at least with Squarespace, we listen to enough goddamn podcasts that we
Get that
definitely have a
sweet
code.
discount.
Get that sweet, sweet podcast discount.
You can
email us at notyourdemo@gmail.com. Please email us. We haven't had some in some time.
and find us on iTunes at Now Your Demographic, and you should rate, review, and subscribe. If you rate us and write a review, we'll read it on the podcast. If we remember which order we read it in. Very complicated. We only go forward, would never go back. You can find us on fucking Patreon.
Yes, we are.
Patreon.com/NotYourDemoPod. We are like 6 maybe, I don't know, we're like $7, $6. We're a small amount of bucks away from our third stretch goal.
Yeah. We're also for the January people, those are coming soon. We have a plan.
We are recording like 2 or 3 episodes this weekend, and we're going to be releasing them soon. Also, if you go on the Patreon, I'm going to put up like one of our stretch goals is like burlesque stuff, but I think as like a thank you, I'm gonna release my Brie mode video this weekend as like a thank you for like our first Patreons. So if you want to see that mess, and it is truly a mess.
Which one is it? Is it the latest?
No, it's the first one. The first one was better. The first one was better.
I was gonna say, if you want to put a mess up, that second one was really good.
The second one was like truly a mess because my costume was severely malfunctioning.
Oh, it was bad. And I would have been in that one.
Yes, sorry. I mean, I guess I could put them both up, but like the first one is like actually better. The first one is how it's supposed to be, so I'm gonna put that one up.
Well, the next one can be for
the stretch goal will be like, do you want to see this fall apart on stage?
Oh, it's and you do. You really fucking do.
It's in the true spirit of Brie mode. Yeah.
I can't wait for people to see it. It's hilarious.
All right, Demis, we got 2 words for you.
Brie mode.
Oops, we forgot to say find us on Kate side. Find us on Kate side too. Bye.
Yeah, they're great.
Brie mode.